I'll bring it in. I'll bring it. G'day guys and welcome to Stop 5 here at Adelaide for the Adelaide Track Classic 2015. I tell you what, I'm absolutely pumped. I'm also sweating here because it's sweltering conditions, over 40 degrees today that we've seen. And I tell you what, we've got Robbo here, we've also got Ollie, and boys, it's going to be a cracking event tonight. Ollie, what are you looking forward to on the track?
Look, the men's 800, you got Ralph, Risley and Rose. So we saw Alex Rowe have a great run there in Canberra. He went through the pace there in 50.8. Tonight's going to be a bit slower. 52, the pacemaker's been assigned. So very interesting race, how it's going to unfold. I'm really looking forward to see how the 3Rs battle it out.
Well, there's plenty of things going on out there in the field as well, Robbo.
There certainly is. It's the third straight week of the women's javelin, so loving the chucking, and there's going to be a feast of chucking here today in Adelaide. No Kim Mickle, unfortunately. She's at home. She's watching the stream, no doubt. She's resting up her Achilles, and it's Kelsey Lee Roberts and Catherine Mitchell. Catherine Mitchell threw a big one here last year, and let's hope we can see some World Champs qualifiers added to their tally already. But it's the women's discus, Mossy, that's got me really excited. Our first look at Danny Samuels, and the darling of the discus. Isn't she a legend? Not much she hasn't achieved in the sport. She has one thing left to do, and that is set the new Australian record. And 68 metres plus. Can she do it? This might be her year.
Perfect conditions out here for chucking, that's for sure. Ollie, what else have you got your eye on here this evening?
The women's pole vault, I think Alana Boyd, she won't be happy losing last week. Nina Kennedy, of course, we saw her. What a superstar of the future. And the two Parnov girls as well. So those four really ones to watch in the women's pole vault. Hopefully we can see Nina Kennedy perhaps get that official world record, the 4.64. We'll see how it goes tonight.
And we have some of Australia's greatest talents in the middle distance tonight, Robbo. And I know you've got a soft spot for it, mate. You must be jumping out of your skin.
Well, that's right. I did my 5,000 metres, 5K run this morning, Mossy, just to warm up for these. These are going to be absolute humdingers. The women's 1,500 metres and the women's 3,000 metres as well. We've got Lissy Duncan, who got the win in Canberra. We've got Bridie Delaney making her season opener. And we've got Trishelle Kingdom out here tonight, along with Kayla McKnight, proven star. And so that's going to be a great race. But the women's 3,000 metres, the final event of the night, that will be Jess Trengove up against Elsie Wellings, Australia's number 2 all-time, just behind Benita Johnson. And we've also got in there Zoe Buckman, 1,500 metres. Generally, she's running those, but she's stepping up to the 3,000. So it's going to be interesting to see how those battles are fought out on the track.
Absolutely. And another battle that I'm looking forward to is out over in the pit. We're talking Brooke Stratton and Chelsea Jench for Stratton versus Jench number 2. I tell you what, boys, it's all going to be happening. We might head up to the commentary booth. We might leave you down here, Robbo. And don't forget, guys, if you'd like to join us, the conversation, jump onto Twitter and Instagram with the hashtag SummerOfAss. Get all your live results as well on athletics.com.au. And I tell you what, looking forward to giving you this one. Let's go up upstairs and we'll throw this one out to the women's hammer. Yes, and here we go. We have the women's hammer throw. And got Australian champ and some of the upcoming hammer throws there today, Ollie. You see there the crowd building up here in the sweltering conditions, and it is very hot. I don't know whether the girls enjoy this type of heat, but, mate, yeah, some good stuff going on here.
It's good to be here, Mossy, and yeah, it's been a very warm day here in Adelaide, the city of churches, and I think as the night goes on, it's going to be a fantastic night for athletics. Seems like the winds are pretty calm, so I think the sprinters will be pretty happy, and also the athletes out there at the moment, the conditions will play in their hands. So it's going to be a good night of athletics. Some quality fields. Of course, we see the relay teams take place, so state versus state. That's going to be great to watch, and looking forward to seeing this hammer throw. Some of the highlights right here, Mossy.
Absolutely, and as I said there, we've got Lara Nielsen from Queensland. She's our current national champ. Alexander Hulley from New South Wales, who's the rising star as well. And just launching one out here. I think it's Rebecca Doreen. It's a nice one. She's really ripped that one out of the hands.
Yes, Mossy. So Lara Nelson and Alex Hulley, they're always competing, those two head-to-head, and Nelson's PB, 63.11. So do you reckon that's in danger tonight, Mossy?
I think it might be, mate. This is your Seneca Denethauthau from New South Wales. And probably not the best of her throws out there, but not a bad one. And look, why don't we go back to back?
Back to back?
Yeah.
Thal.
Exactly right. And plenty of action still to come up here at the Adelaide Track Classic. Men's pole vault is just about to get underway. And we didn't mention this in the opener, but the Australian National Relay Championships are on tonight. 4x100s and 4x400s. You've been in the 4x4 for the Big V before, Ollie?
Only a junior level, mate. So managed to, and under 18s, all schools, part of the Vic team there, but not at open level. So it's great to see AA putting these back on, and no doubt a lot of these athletes will be a bit of state pride on the line here, and they'll also get a run here in the 100 and 200 as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how those unfold in New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, very competitive, and of course, you know, South Australia as well, the locals. But with the men's pole vault, they're just starting to get into the action. The bar at the moment is at 4 metres 95 there, Mossy. So bar just creeping up. We like to see some athletes get above, 5:20, 5:30 perhaps tonight.
And just giving you the results of the women's hammer throw. In first place for this evening's event was Lara Nielsen from Queensland. On her final attempt, 63.93, just edging out Alexandra Hulley, whose best was 61.38. So she had to get it there, and that's what she did. And in third place at this evening's event was Kaysan Hockey from Queensland with a 54.20.
It's a PB there for Nelson, I reckon, 63.93.
It is. So she's continuing to rise. She's only a young lass, 17 years of age, and definitely a rising star in the sport. And it'd be great to see the way she can also push on Lara Nielsen in the next couple of years, and looking at some of those results as well. Kaysan Hockey, maybe another one to watch.
Well, a PB there. Let's hope that's a sign of things to come tonight, Mossy. And no doubt a few athletes will be starting to get in their peak condition for the season. Of course, the Nationals aren't too far away. We're of course, in Brisbane soon, and then Melbourne and Sydney. So there's plenty of action ahead of us, and a lot of athletes will be timing their run to perfection. And the selection trials are a big one coming up there in Brisbane. So interesting times ahead the next few weeks, Mossy.
And look at that, plenty of ways to get in contact with us here at the Athletics Australia Facebook site, at AthOst for Twitter and also YouTube, which are there right now, unless you're watching on Mossy and Robbo.com, and at Athletics Australia on Instagram. Remember, Summer of Aths is a hashtag, and we will pick the best and we'll pop them up throughout the stream. So please join the conversation on the hashtag Summer of Aths. See there, men's pole vault. You've done a bit of pole vaulting in your time.
Oh, mate, a little bit of pole vault when I was younger, but certainly very mediocre pole vaulter. So these guys are, getting above that 5 metre mark, which is pretty elite. So we can the pole vault's there. You can also see the discus throwers getting warmed up as well. So Danny Samuel's really one to watch this evening, mate. It's going to be very good.
Here goes an attempt, unfortunately not getting over the bar there. And that, I believe, was Jared Sims from South Australia. Could be wrong. Bit hard to make out from here. And without his number plate on the front, definitely. And they're mad, the pole vaulters. Let's be honest, Ollie.
They are mad. And Joel Pocklington's got his pole in his hand there, and he's one of the craziest men ever.
I'm glad he doesn't have the bar in his hand, because that makes it pretty difficult. Exactly,
but he's, if you had a look on YouTube there, he's done some pretty crazy stuff. Comes from a gymnastics background, so the flips and some of the things he jumps off, he's pretty crazy sort of guy, and it's no surprise that he's a pole vaulter and one of our top pole vaulters as well. So it's going to be a good battle there in the men's pole vault, and also one of the local youngsters, Curtis Marshall. So he's really exciting local youngster, and he had a good win there at the Jandakot City Track Classic, 5 metres 20 there. So he'll be wanting to put on a good show in front of all his family and friends here tonight.
And on Twitter, Joel Pocklington has his own pole, Pocklington's pole.
There you go.
Yes. And it looks like he's just getting his concentration in action before he launches his way down, runs, jumps, flips, flops, lands. There's plenty of action going on there.
And just on a side note here, Mossy, they've got cheerleaders here tonight. The Athletics South Australia have gone all out. This venue's looking superb. They've got great fields, and the 1%ers tonight. They've got cheerleaders. You used to see the couch down there as well, Mossy. I'm very impressed.
Yes, we've got Robbo down there. We'll just, Robbo, how is that couch down there, my friend? Oh, look at that one. Sorry, Robbo. That was a nice one. Straight over the bar. White flag goes up. And he'll just continue on in this competition, Joel Pocklington. Back to you, Robbo. Yes, and Robbo will be... There he is, tweeting away. And... Yes, well, that's exactly right. It's hard to tell.
There you go.
I think Pocklington's pole used to be Hooker's pole as well. Unfortunately, Steve had no use for it anymore.
Yes, Robbo. It's a lot of Australia's top all-time athletes are tuning in. As I said, Kathy Freeman, we gave her a mention on the stream a couple of weeks ago, and she sent us a tweet just at home on a cruisy Saturday night watching the stream. So it's good to see some of our greatest athletes of all time, people like Kathy Freeman and Steve Hooker, enjoying the stream. Looks like Boyd over there, Matt Boyd, he's going to have a crack at the bar. Just have a look at the height of the bar at the moment.
It's a bit hard for us to tell over here, but we'll get it to you as soon as we possibly can. Going on here tonight as well, we've got coming up very shortly some exciting things on the track. We've got the men's 4x100 metre relay. Victoria, Queensland, New South Wales and South Australia will be taking out in the action here today. And the Victorians have come out, and Robbo, they're wearing headbands.
And they come out of the tunnel as well, which is a new initiative.
Look, you can see them there. Those boys well and truly ready to go.
Here's Matt Boyd, bar at 5 metres 10. Not clear on his first attempt, but you see the Queenslanders coming out now.
And they'd be...
or should I... Are the Queenslanders there? It is the Queenslanders. There we go.
Absolutely.
Luke.
Tell them to give us a wave, Robbo. There it is. Beautiful. And,
good on you, boys.
And a hello to everyone up there in Queensland. Our thoughts go out to everyone in these conditions that you are going through. The whole of Australian athletics community. We're rallying right behind you, and the Queensland boys will be out there tonight. And hopefully in the 4x1 and 4x400 metres, they'll do your state proud.
Bars at 5.10.
Oh,
not clear at 5.10. So, Mossy, we've got this state versus state Australian Championships. Who's your? We'll go through the start of this shortly, but who's your pick here in the 4x100 metres?
It's got a dark blue and a light blue. Pretty simple. New South Wales all the way, my friend. No V involved whatsoever.
Okay, mate.
And none of those headbands that weigh you down either, Robbo. It's down there, unfortunately, can't hear us at the moment. You can. And you can see there coming up in lane 4, the Victorians, Brendan Ashcroft, Michael Hansford, Simon Gregg and Will Johns. Queenslanders out of lane 5, Hugh Donovan will be taking the baton out first. Justin Kavanagh at third change will be Brandon Harrigan, and bringing him home will be Benjamin Hayward. From New South Wales, the Quick Demons, Ben Jaworski, Jinsul Jung, we've got Isaac and Timo, Rowan Brownhing, and the South Australians, Michael Brucium, Wallace Long-Scafidi, Tim Maguire and Gabriel Cole to bring that one home for them as well.
So the 4x1 here.
There's not an athlete there, by the way. It's not a...
There's Luke Stevens from Victoria. So Victorians here. It's good to see all the states here in some pretty fancy kits. And the big V there on Victoria. I think they've got a good team. Luke Stevens, very good young sprinter over the 100 to 400 metres. So Victorians, one to watch. New South Wales, I think, probably are the favourites in my opinion. So
thanks, Mark. Roger that.
The meet record for this event is 39.94 by Victorian B team in 1995, and of course the Australian record for this event 39.06 in 2013. Alosi Intamoa, who is in this race for New South Wales, McCabe and Josh the Boss Ross. So good to 39.06, our national record. These state teams be looking a low. I think a time in the low 40s would be pretty competitive and probably get you the win tonight. And the conditions, Mossy, are pretty perfect here. There'll be a 0.5 max tailwind, but it looks pretty still down there.
Absolutely. Lots of tweets rolling on the hashtag Summer of Ass. Here's one from Brianna Casey. My little ass, New South Wales champs. 5 PBs between them today. And I'm glued to the Ass Ost live stream of the Adelaide Track Classic. On the hashtag Summer of Ass. Thanks very much, Brianna. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Hope you'll enjoy these New South Wales boys bringing home the 4x100 championships. Once again, back to the state where they make the champions.
Yes, Mossy. So 4 teams to go head-to-head here, and they're just about to go behind their blocks. So we see the pole vault there. Blake Lucas had some good height there. The bar still at 5'10", but couldn't quite get over that. So Blake Lucas, as a junior particularly, is outstanding athlete. Personal best of 5 metres 55. And the orders, the running orders have changed a bit, and the teams that we've got here. So Luke Stevens is now running first for Victoria, and Brendan Ashcroft is running last for Victoria. So there are a couple of late changes. And New South Wales are going to bring it home with Isaac Intamoa. I think I struggle with that name there, Mossy.
You always go Intamoa. You go Intamoa.
Yeah. There's Tommy Gamble. He's entered the arena.
Wow.
He ran quick in Canberra in the B race, and now he's in the A race. Look at him kitted out there in his OMAC kit. So Tom Gamble, one to watch here
Ollie
tonight.
Worm just jumping out of his chair.
Yeah, look, Tommy Gamble is one of the up-and-coming sprinters here in the country, and got put in the B race for Canberra and came out and beat everyone. So, top athlete.
It's been a great response.
And the athletes now, mate, they're going in their blocks. So our first track event of tonight, the state versus state, was the Australian Championships. Victoria in 4, Queensland in 5, New South Wales in 6, and South Australia on the outside in lane 7. So away and off to a good start on the outside. South Australia's running well. Pretty even as they go around the bend. New South Wales starting to get into their running. So changeovers are critical here. Looks like some pretty good changes there on the inside from Victoria. But New South Wales are in the lead down the back straight. Queensland starting to make up some ground, and Victoria are right in it as well. Changeover number 2 there. Looks like on the inside, Victoria's running well. New South Wales got a bit up their sleeve with Isaac to run last. Queensland's running well. Going to the final changes clean. New South Wales in the lead. Queensland side by side. It's going to be a good battle here. New South Wales just in the lead. They're starting to run away now, and New South Wales will take the 4x100 metres.
There we go.
And we don't have a time there. A couple of the boys have one of the Victorians. Looks like he's might have just twinged something, and I'm not sure if Queensland. They did get the baton around, sorry, but one of their athletes followed them all the way down. So a good little stride through for them, but no doubt about our winners there. New South Wales will have official results for you shortly.
Absolutely, and we've still got the women's 4x100s and also the 4x400s, both men and women as well. So all happening here at the Australian National Relay Championships here at the Adelaide Track Classic.
So New South Wales take the victory there, and pretty smooth changes from them, no doubt. Really a class last runner. Isaac ran a superb leg running last, and we're going to watch little replays. We can see the last change over there, Mossy.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, it looked like Queensland had the upper hand there, but Ntia Moa, one of the fastest men in Australia at the moment, just continuing there to stride away and just took it out there from the Queenslanders, and Victoria, a gallant limp home. It's a tough thing to do, because if he was in 100 metres by himself there, Ollie, he'd pull up.
He would.
When you're in a team event.
He's doing it for his state here. He got through it, and also a good run there. Justin Kavanagh from Queensland, the last runner, very impressive there, but just couldn't get to Isaac, who ran a great lay. I won't try his last name because no good at it. But we've got the women's race next, and 4 states: Victoria, SA, Vic, NSW, and Queensland are going to go head to head here. We saw a great race there, so hopefully we can see another tight battle here. It's just the action's just starting to heat up here. We can see the female pole vaulters. They're just out there on the runway, starting to get their bearings and get their run-up sorted. We can see Nina Kennedy. What a week it has been for her. I doubt she slept much. Pretty bit of a life-changing experience for her. World Junior Outdoor Best. So now she's, because of course the Swedish athlete has jumped 463 indoors, so now she'll be wanting to get the outright best jump of all time indoors and outdoors and get the world record. So good night tonight. We'll see how she goes, and they're clear in the men's pole vault. Bars at 5:10 and pretty comfortably clear there in the men's pole vault.
Yeah, it looks like it may have been Angus Armstrong over there, who has leapt over.
Yeah, it's me. Can you hear that on talkback? Yeah, cool.
And we're just about to get the women's 4x100 metre teams coming out of the tunnel. Cheerleaders cheering them on. Poor old cheerleaders came out at the start, and they were wearing black shirts. They've been able to change those around. Tough gig. It was hot out there.
It was very hot. So the New South Welsh women, Christine Wern, she's been in very good shape. Won the Ballarat gift there in Victoria, and there we go. They're pumped. The New South Wales girls, they're fired up.
Yeah,
they are fired up there. So I think they're asking Robbo for his baton down there. Robbo, can you lend them a baton?
I think Robbo can hear us at the moment. We'll try to get a hold of him at some stage.
No, there you go. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Perfect.
The larrikin himself. Look at him.
Yeah. He's one of the stars, and you can follow him on Twitter at Mr. Dave Robbo.
So there's Victoria coming out onto the track. Their team there, good team. Monica Brennan to bring that team home, running the last leg. So she's got some great speed over 100 and 200. And looks like Blake Lucas having a crack at 5:10. Easy as you like there for Blake Lucas. A class pole vaulter when he's on song. Of course, PB there at 5:55. So 5:10 for a guy like that makes it look pretty easy.
And of course, don't forget to get in contact with us on the hashtag Summer of Ass.
Here's the South Australian girls, locals getting behind them here.
And a great shout out there to Raf Agostino, who has tweeted in, he's one word to start with, addicted. Home from a big hot day of Ass and now on the live stream in our Adelaide Track Classic. And great stuff there, Raf. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show out that we're going to bring to you. And look, why don't you tweet back to us, mate, and tell us what you're looking forward to most.
Yep, that's the beauty of this, being able to sit in the luxury of your lounge room, being able to watch it by cooking some snags. If you're out on a date, you can just check your phone, see what's happening. So really the beauty of the live stream. Anywhere you are, you can watch it.
Any old how, that's exactly right. Javelin, she's come in on the hashtag Summer of Ass and said, hey, New South Wales.
Yeah, well,
hey?
One of your mates, is she? One of your mates there. So look, the girls ready to go now in the 4x100 metres. South Australia in lane 4, Victoria are in lane 5, New South Wales in lane 6 and Queensland are in lane 7. So once again, these teams pretty evenly stacked. I think Victoria will be hard to beat here. New South Wales got a solid team and Queensland as well. Have got some good runners there. Toa Whistle, she's Margo over the 100 metres, PB around 11:41, so she can run. And I think everyone's really enjoying getting out here and having a run for their state, Mossy.
So let's have a look at the starting lineup. Lane 4, South Australia, Lucy Fitzgerald, Holly Beecham, Lynette Viney, and Hayley Wilson. The Victorians, can they get one back off New South Wales? Leading it out will be Monica Brennan. We've got Sophia Vigora, Kendra Hubbard and Nana Odama Awusa Afri. In New South Wales, Christine Wern, Sam Geddes, Gabriella O'Grady, Nicola Haggerty-Mayers, and Queensland, which you mentioned, Toya Whistle, Tessa Milton, Michelle Cutmore and Jacinta Boyd. And I tell you what, you may not be aware, but in rugby league, it's a big thing. The Queenslanders, if you don't live in New South Wales, you're a Queenslander. Toya, a Papua New Guinean girl, the Princess of the Pacific.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, she lobs up for Queensland.
Yeah, not surprising, mate. So
she's one of the stars of the Australian Athletics Tour, has been a national champion here in the past. And she's her season opener coming up on the Track Classic. She ran in Brisbane not too long ago. Here we go.
There are some changes there in the order, so if you are looking at the live results there, you can click on that and you can see a couple of changes, the running orders there. But the athletes are going into their blocks now. South Australia on the inside, Victoria in 5, New South Wales in 6, and Queensland are in lane 7. They're away cleanly. Off to a good start on the outside was Queensland. So Queensland's running well, as is Victoria. They're going into their first change here. Queensland get a good change, as does Victoria. Down the back straight. Those 3 out in front, Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria. Toa Whistle running a good leg there for Queensland as they go on the second change. Victoria get a good change there. New South Wales have had issues. New South Wales have lost the baton there. So Queensland and Victoria are going to battle it out here. To run last for Victoria, Monica Brennan. On the outside there, it's Queensland. And the Queensland are in the lead. They haven't got the baton. Victoria are going to run away with it.
It's all happening.
It is all happening here. Victoria are going to romp away with this. A clear victory. Monica Brennan there storms home, but some baton issues there for New South Wales and Queensland. And the South Australians getting second there, but no doubt about our winners, Victoria. Smoking them there, Mossy.
Well, the Big V is back in action.
Big V is back.
Admittedly, it took a few baton drops and overruns to get there, but hats off to the Big V, Victoria. It's Victoria 1, New South Wales 1. What about the South Australians and Queenslanders? Come on, guys.
Yeah, I know. It's
Hey, boys, I'm back on.
Robbo's back with us.
Oh,
I've got a couple of winners down here.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
No, that's all right. Again, I was lying on the couch. Team New South Wales are making full use of the couch. I might get them to come out here, actually, boys. See if we can have a quick chat with them. Jin Soo Jung. Mate, look at this. Champions, national champions. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Obviously, we lost to Queensland last year, and it's always good to come away with the win. And Rowan stepping up from the juniors, got away on a brilliant start. So from then, just all uphill, and yeah, it was good.
I managed to have one of the best seats in the house to see your start, mate. You got away nicely. How does it feel to be back on this track where all the history was made only a few months ago?
Yeah, no, it's awesome to be back in Adelaide. I have a real soft spot for Adelaide. I got some very fond memories here, so hopefully we'll see how we go in the 100 later on tonight. It'll be good to have a crack against these boys and some of those Queensland guys again, so I'm looking forward to it.
And a good little bond there. You boys have all got the smiles on your faces. You look like you're pretty tight beforehand. Great to be part of Team New South Wales.
Oh yeah, New South Wales is the best state in the world. So, and Rowan's a good guy. I just met him a few weeks ago. I've known Jin since we were in year 8, and year 6 actually. Sorry.
So you're starting to wear a bit thin.
In any relationship, you go through the ups and downs, but we've stuck it through.
We better give Isaac a good shout out. What about that finish too? He had a bit of work to do to come over the top, and he did it with style.
Oh, from my view, yeah, pretty close. A bit closer than we would have liked it.
Yeah.
Put my life savings on Isaac winning that race. I mean, he was taking it easy and giving the boys a little bit of hope before he crushed it on the finish line.
There you go. Make sure they come back again. Well done, guys. Unfortunately, the women couldn't get the baton around there, so but well done getting the win today. And we'll see you back out here later on for the individual races.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Robbo.
Thanks, Robbo.
Good work. There you go. Team New South Wales taking out the national championships 4x100. Back up to you guys.
Yes, thanks very much, Robbo, down there on the track. And speaking of the track, later on tonight will be the men's 800 metres. We just saw Josh Ralph, the current national champion, walk past us here in the commentary booth, and he will be pumped up tonight. First hit out of the season on tour, and he's going up against a couple of rivals there in Jeff Risley and Alexander Rowe.
What happens on tour, Mossy, stays on tour.
That's what they tell me, Ollie.
That's what they tell us. So, yeah, it's going to be a great race. I've seen Josh Ralph around the traps in Melbourne a bit doing some distance work. He looks in good nick, but Alex Rowe looks very race-hardened. And Jeff Risley, he's always competitive. Be interesting to see how the race is run. As I mentioned earlier in the preview, the pacemaker has been instructed to go through in 52 this time, whereas in Canberra, the instructions were 50.8, and they hit that on the dot. So, different race here, but Mossy, we are heading down to the discus.
Oh, I know Robbo down there. He will be just frothing at the mouth at this one here. We have some of Australia's greatest ever discus throwers out there tonight. We have Christy Williams from Queensland. We've got someone from Great Britain as well. There's Jade Lally. Kim Mulhall. She's was over there in Glasgow.
Can throw.
She can throw. She was a shot putter over there. From New South Wales, currently ranked 3 in Australia, is Christy Chamberlain. The Bundaberg girl, Taryn Golszewski as well. She'll come into the mix tonight. She's done well so far this season. She's a former heptathlete, and she's progressing quite well. She made her final in the World Youth. So, yeah, she'll come well. Alex Kennedy from New South Wales, Alafutu Jibril from South Australia, and, as always, the darling of the discus, we call her. She's been a world champion, a world youth and junior champion, Commonwealth Games gold medalist. She's won uni games, 7-time national champion, 2 times Olympic finalist, and it's from New South Wales, Danny Samuels.
Oh, does not get much better than Danny Samuels, one of the all-time greats of the sport. Always delivers.
Give us a wave, Danny. Yep, that's it.
She heard you.
She heard you. Yep.
No, she can throw, and you can see her results there on the world scale. She's class. So there we go, athlete to watch. 17.05 for the shot put. That's pretty handy as well. You know, PB 67 and 99 there, Mossy.
On the honour roll there, the guys in production had to lower the font size so it could actually fit on the screen.
Look at that, 14 national titles, Mossy. 14 national titles.
14 national, so that must be in under youth and.
Oh, look, I reckon that's probably open. That wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me.
It did surprise me. I have to admit, she's Danny Samuels, 26 years of age, so 14 national titles. That'd be impressive.
World champion. So being
back
a world
in
champion.
2006.
Yeah, well,
so, as a youngster,
she's a class athlete, and looking to get a big throw out there tonight. To be interesting to see what she does throw, and also see if she can get over that 61-metre mark and get a qualifier out early.
She'll do it easy, mate. Her personal best, 67.99. Imagine that, 1.1 centimetres away from that magical 68 barrier. And look, I love the way she operates. She's a lovely girl and a very dedicated athlete. Apparently, she's made her way up to Queensland and is throwing out of Gold Coast at the moment. We'll give it to her. And the national champion is the national record, Daniela Costian, and that was back in 1994. She threw 68.72. So still a bit of work to do for Danny, but I think she'll go close to that, if not do that at some stage in the next couple of years.
So Mossy, it is really starting to heat up here. So the men's triple jump, they're just getting underway. The men's pole vault is starting to heat up. The bar's at 5 metres 25. The female pole vaulters, they're finishing their warm-ups down there. Discus not far away from starting. And we've got the men's 4x400 metre relay teams coming out. So another state versus state battle to be the national champions. And we have got Queensland.
And look at this baton change. Oh, that is wonderful.
That's
baton change there.
That is smooth.
These officials, they're just getting involved, aren't they?
They are. We saw them been involved last weekend in Perth after Nina Kennedy actually jumped that. 4:59 it was. She jumped, but the officials after got in a bit of tangle. You can see the Western Australians coming out now.
Yes, the Western Australians coming over here to the neighbouring state. And looks like Bowl there. He's going to take the baton for them. And just coming out now, the Victorians. Look at that. Headbands.
They'll be hard to beat, the Victorians.
They will be hard to beat, that's for sure. And with those performance-enhancing headbands, I would expect that they'll be in the top couple. So just going through the teams for this one in order from Queensland. They'll be coming out of lane 3. Leading out will be Luke Grimley. He'll pass the baton to Justin Kavanagh. Simon Spann will come back in 3rd, and bringing it home will be Josh Robertson. From New South Wales, Terry Fragidiakis, Alex Moore at change 2, Matt Crow, and the final change will be James Kermont. Victoria are coming, West Australia out of lane 5. Unfortunately, I don't have details because they're a late entry. Victoria, Ian Douglas, Sam Ricer, Jaden Barmby, and Luke Stevens. And the final team there in lane 7, South Australia. Leading them out will be Angus Brock. Michael Nitschke will take it in 2nd. Matt Rowe around the back straight, and handing it over to Brett Fisk, the 23-year-old. And they will be our starting lineups here for the Australian national 4x400 metres.
Here we go, Raf Agostino.
Raf's back. Good on you, Raf. He said, thanks for the shout-out, boys. You guys are doing an awesome job as always. And Uncle Raf, great to see you tweeting in there.
Uncle Raf. Uncle Raf.
Yes, indeed. Well, maybe he's not, but he is now.
Here we go. The pole vault bar is at 5:25. Oh. Not clear, unfortunately, there. It looks like Flavin Basson there, part of the Box Hill stable there in Melbourne. Always quality pole vaulters coming out of Box Hill Pole Vault Club, and particularly one brings to mind, Steve Hooker.
And looking forward to this 4x400 metre relay, which is about to get underway here on the track. And probably even more exciting than that will be the next race, a 4x400 metre relay. And I tell you what, you guys have brought out a great team here, Ollie. The Victorians, Morgan Mitchell, Abby Delamont as well.
Yeah, they're class.
They are class. Speaking to BJ Cole before the start, he thought, hadn't seen the New South Wales lineup, which he thought could be tough to beat. But he's come here and obviously brought a good team over.
Yeah, should be some good battles here. The boys are up shortly. You'd be thinking a time of under 3:12 surely. I mean, the old Melburnians in Melbourne, we posted a time of 3:11.22 there, so be disappointed if they can't touch us up, some of these state sides, but you never know. But there's some class runners out there. Guys like Sam Riser run under 47 seconds, so he's not in that shape at the moment, but heading in the right direction. So another fascinating battle here as we see Blake Lucas on the runway there. The bar's at 5:25. Didn't quite nail that one there. The female pole vaulters, they're still warming up. They always take a while to get everything sorted there. And, of course, a lot of them come in at different heights. So Alana Boyd, she's got a PB a fair bit higher than some other girls. So she'll come in probably a bit later. But as we saw in Perth there, she didn't get the win. Nina Kennedy did, so she'll want to reverse that tonight and hopefully take a victory.
That's right.
James Kermond there, running for New South Wales. Really classy 400-metre runner. So should be a good battle. I think it'll be between New South Wales and Victoria at this stage.
And let's not forget our friends from Western Australia, mate.
I'm not forgetting them, and I'm not forgetting them, mate. They got a good outfit there. Peter Boyle, he's in good form over 800 metres. So he no doubt he can run a good 400 here, and he's going to lead him out, which is an interesting move, having the 800-metre runner out of blocks. But obviously, maybe he's secretly a demon out of blocks there. So
look at Javelin there, life goal fulfilled. A shout out on Summer of Ath. And Mossy and Robbo, thanks, boys. And let's not forget Ollie Worm as well.
I'm a guest on your show, boys.
No, mate. I'm calling you the voice of athletics.
Oh, mate, look,
the people's voice of athletics.
I appreciate it.
Surely.
But it's your show, boys. I'm just a guest on here and happy to be a part of it. Good to be here in the City of Churches. Yes. And the tour is just getting started. It's just getting exciting. In Brisbane soon, Sydney, Melbourne.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. And
David Rhodesia will be here.
Oh, unbelievable. And I do want to clarify, it's actually Athletics Australia show.
Yes,
but,
it is. You're their guest, and I'm the guest of yours.
Absolutely. And look, and that takes the pressure off us.
Yeah.
Because, if we make a mistake, then, well, it's not ours. It's Athletics Australia. So, and a massive shout out to our mates at VPA Live who are behind the production for this meet once again, the whole tour, which is fantastic, bringing it to you live.
So basically it's a team effort. It's a team effort, and here we go. The men's 4x400 metres. They're away now. And from the inside, we have got Queensland, New South Wales, Western Australia, Victoria and South Australia. So down the back straight, Victoria's really starting to stride out. Ian Douglas has been in good form lately. Posted a PB there of 47.11 it was in Canberra. So he's been finishing off his races really strongly. He's looking good there at around the 250 mark. On the outside, running well is South Australia going with him. And on the inside there, Queensland, New South Wales, Western Australia with some work to do. But Victoria are in the lead here. Queensland starting to make up some ground there on the inside. But Ian Douglas, strong run from him, and he gets stronger as the race goes on. But he gives it to Sam Reiser, who's a sub-47 second man. Nick Wall is at home there, watching in anticipation. So Sam Reiser runs the best part of his race as he really winds up. But Reiser down the back straight. Queensland starting to get closer and closer as Reiser starts to cut in. New South Wales sitting there in third, Western Australia in fourth, and South Australia with some work to do in fifth place. So 200 metres to go of his leg. Sam Reiser in the lead, looking very comfortable. This is where he really starts to put in his move around the bend and starts to run away from his competitor there from Queensland, who is Justin Kavanagh. But Sam Reiser there looking strong in his headband. And you can see him extending his lead there now. So Victoria with a clear lead as he hands over there to Jaden Barmby. Barmby's got the baton in his hand now in Queensland. Simon Span's got some work to do. New South Wales getting their move on there. Matt Crow, but no doubt about our leader here. Victoria is in the lead as they head down the back straight. He's looking very comfortable, Jaden Barmby in Queensland. Need to make a move here and need to get themselves in the game. New South Wales as well. Got James Kermond, but he might have a bit too much to do. Victoria are in the lead. The meet record here for this is 3:06.79, so pretty impressive running there. But the Victorians, they're well in front. Luke Stevens is going to bring it home for the Victorians in Queensland. Their last runner is Joshua Robinson, who's a class runner himself. So one lap to go. Stevens looking very comfortable. Here comes Robinson. Some class runners there running for their states. Kermond from New South Wales. We all know what he can do. But Luke Stevens, he's got 300 metres to go now. Look at the nice stride on him down the back straight. He's won a lot of races on the Victorian professional circuit. And with 200 metres to go, Victoria look like they have got a lead which no one can get to. But you never know. As we see New South Wales make their move into third, Queensland still in second, Western Australia are in fourth, and South Australia's in fifth. 100 metres to go now, and Luke Stevens, he's got this one wrapped up. He looks pretty relaxed here. He's got a tall frame on him. He's wearing the headband. And Victoria are going to take out this 4x400 metres pretty convincingly. Queensland in second. Kermond from New South Wales in third, but no doubt about a winner. And the Victorian boys, they're pumped. Look at that unity there, Mossy.
That's right. That's right. Look at him.
Yeah.
And they're pointing out.
Are you pointing at me, mate? He's pointing at me.
He's saying the headbands, the naked runners' headbands.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It's unfair. It's unfair. That's what we've got to say. It's very unfair that they got to wear the headbands, no one else did. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to have words to Robbo when we get a chance to him. Why he's been throwing these on the Victorians and not the New South Wales boys. It's disappointing, Robbo.
Oh, look, it's blown our cover. They've done too well, the Victorians. Asada might clamp down on them now, finally. But no, I think they would have run well in tutus. The boys then, they ran very, very well, and we're going to always be tough to beat, as Ollie Worm did predict at the top of that race call. But, yeah, well done, Team Victoria. The big V, all smiles.
There's Luke Stevens, Mossy, looking very comfortable there. Got a nice stride on him, trained by John Henry.
There's nothing like, he just took a little peek over his left shoulder. There's nothing like coming down that final straight, and you know you've got about 25, 30 metres on the crew, and he just sort of eases back right into this one. He knows he's got it. And Victoria, look at that. Oh, there was 4 fist pumps.
Yeah, look at the boys.
Oh, cuddle, they're everywhere.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what you want. Hey, a lot of love here. It was a love stream last week, but this one here is the live stream. And looks like we've got Taran Golshuski, is it?
Yeah, that's a good throw there in the discus. We'll try to keep you posted with the throws as soon as possible. We've still got the women's 4x400 metres to come up, and I think Victoria will win that. I'll put my house eye on it, Mossy, that Victoria will win the women's 4x4.
Where do you live, mate? How many bedrooms?
I don't have a house, mate.
Oh, you're going to put your house on it. How do you put a house on it?
I'm putting the house that I don't have on it.
Yeah, well.
Just saying that's how confident I am. So, anyway, I think they'll...
Sorry, mate. I shouldn't do that to you.
That's all right. I've got a car. That's about it, mate. So I'll give you that. But I think Victoria are going to look pretty good here. Morgan Mitchell there, Abby Delamotte. You've got a class team.
Yeah,
so.
it's a class outfit, that's for sure. And Morgan Mitchell will be running later on in the 200 metres. She ran a couple of those this year, and she's our current 400 metre national champion. And it's going to be great to see her out there in form here at the Adelaide Track Classic as well. And a lot of the stars of Australia, a lot of national champions are here tonight. Joel Pocklington, Alana Boyd, Brooke Stratton in the long jump. They've all come over here to Adelaide, which is great.
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful night to be competing, so don't blame any of them. And it really is. Look at the sun there. That's a great vision there, Mossy.
Look at that, just shining on through. And you can see there, if you'd like to get involved, ASOST on Twitter and YouTube. Athletics Australia on Instagram and Athletics Australia on Facebook. Tell us what you think, how you're enjoying the live stream out there. And, of course, that hashtag, which is starting to really get some action going on. Keep them flowing, guys. The hashtag Summer of Aths. And Elizabeth Jackson has said, can't wait for the men's 100-metre A race. And she says, go Rowan Browning. And Rowan there listed, Rowan, one of the young fellas from New South Wales. It's also got Ben Jaworski, Isaac and Tiamoa and Jin Soo Young, who will be running in that race. So big shout out there to you, Elizabeth. Hope you're enjoying it. Oh, look at this one, Stevie Kane. One of our decathletes. He's said, big win from our Big V relay girls. Going to see big... It's a gutsy finish, boys. Here we go, Danny Samuels in the ring. And I know Robbo's predicted she'll do the qualifier 6 times tonight. Former world champion, age 26.
Yes, Mossy, we might see it here.
Can she get out over the magic red tape? She's launched it. She's launched it. Oh, my goodness. I think it's got there.
Oh, easy.
Hello.
Look at that.
Book yourself a ticket.
Welcome back.
Unbelievable. Well, you predicted it, Robbo.
Yep. Bang. No surprises at all. And just blowing out the cobwebs still as well, Danny Samuels. And she's done the business. She knows what it takes to win it. A world champs, so I'm sure she knows what it takes to get there and qualify.
That's
and
right.
she's just calmly going about her business. We'll wait for the official result there. 63, 62, 67.
63, 67. We'll have a replay here.
Look at Danny, quick in the ring, quick feet, releases it, and there is your qualifier.
Brilliant stuff. And the qualifier is 61. The next best is Taryn Gelszewski. She's through a personal best 58.24 in Glasgow last year. So if she can get a bit of mileage, she was short this season.
63.67 there from Danny Samuels. So that's pretty good for her first attempt for the night.
Yes.
That's freakish.
Would you just pack up the bags and go home?
I probably would. Yeah, I'm done.
If she can escape the fouls, I'm going for a clean sweep tonight. 6 out of 6 qualifiers.
There you go.
There's some more relays starting to come out onto the track. A little bit of action there in the pole vault, just warming up. That's Nina Kennedy, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, she's just warming up there. So let's hope we can see her having a good night on the runway. So we see the Victorian women's the relay teams out there. You can see Victoria, South Australia, Queensland, New South Wales. So good to see some class teams. Morgan Mitchell's going to run the first leg for Victoria, our national champion. So she's a class athlete, and we're going to have her leading the Victorian girls away.
Just jumping into the ring here in the discus. That's Kim Mulhall. She's just waiting for the officials to give her the nod. Look at that nice little skills, little flip. Oh, Lynchy! Welcome aboard. Can I get a shout out too? Listen here, Lynchy. You'll get 2 shout outs. You! Well done, Lynchy. Of course, Matty Lynch last week, and he'll be joining us throughout the tour as well. Great to have you on board, mate. Hopefully you're enjoying the action so far. It's a pity you're not here for the 4x4, mate. New South Wales. Kim Mulhall launching one out.
The results there, men's 4x400, Victoria 3:10.17, so pretty fast moving there for the Victorian boys. 3:10.17. In the men's 4x100 metres, New South Wales 40.17, took it over Queensland, who ran 40.27, and Victoria in 41.57. In the women's 4x100 metres, Victoria took the win there, 45.36, with South Australia in second, 47.96. And we're about to see the women's 4x4 on the track now. So, great night of athletics, and Mossy, I'm pretty contained now, but it's going to get pretty exciting, particularly later on.
Absolutely, and let's go through the starting lineups. Lane 4 from the home side, South Australia. Leading out will be Jess Kemp. 20-year-old Lynette Viney will be number 2. Genevieve Brooks in lane will be the third change, and the final one will be Hayley Wilson. In Queensland, coming out of lane 5, Beth Vander Waal, Betty Brewer, Trudy Davidson, and Emily First. And here we go, the favourites, the hot favourites. Lane 6, Morgan Mitchell, Abby Delamotte, Jemima Russell and Sarah Billings for the Victorians. And the Mighty 2 Blues will be Ali Bartholomew leading things out, Alicia Kerr, Alison McAvoy, and the youngster, Molly Blakey as well.
Well, here we go. The bats on their blocks. And I reckon Victoria have gone, we're going to put our fastest runner first, blow them away, and that'll be it.
What about South Australia, mate, being born here?
Yeah, I've always got a soft spot for the South Australians. But I'm going here for the Victorians because they're...
You would more identify as a Victorian?
I'm more a Victorian indeed. Oh, they've got a false start there, so they're going to come back. But always got a soft spot for South Australia, mate. But, the Victorians, they're a class outfit, mates. And I think Morgan Mitchell will really set it up well. Abby Delamotte to run second. She's a great 4.8 runner. So I can't see them being beaten here tonight, but I might be wrong.
So we've got one here from Coach Wolsey. He says, Ollie Worm, loving giving old Melbarthians club.
Melburnians Athletic Club,
sorry, it's
that's right,
different
mate.
one, yeah. An occasional plug. 4x4 prediction is Athvic to win with a 3:08.5. Yeah,
well, he wasn't far off. They ran 3:10, and always giving the OMAC boys a plug. We saw Tommy Gamble there. He's runs for Queensland and Victoria because he loves OMAC so much. So that's why I always plug in the club, Nick Wall. So No doubt he's excited here to watch the women's 4x4 team, and I reckon he'll be predicting them to get a big win here. So here we go. So they're away now from the inside. South Australia, Queensland, Victoria and New South Wales. On the outside, Ali Bartholomew leads New South Wales away with Morgan Mitchell starting to get up onto her shoulder. But New South Wales, they're running a great leg on the outside there. Ali Bartholomew probably a touch in front of Morgan Mitchell as they go through 200. Queensland, New South Wales running well.
Just a quick one on Morgan Mitchell. Unfortunately, came second last weekend in Perth. So it's going to be interesting to see how she comes back from that defeat last week. Looks like she's having a very strong run here to open it up for the big V.
So the big V head into the home straight now. Now she's starting to get into her running and starting to overtake Ali Bartholomew now. But a good run here from Morgan Mitchell. New South Wales and Queensland running well, and South Australia are in fourth. But no doubt about a leader. Victoria are in the lead. Abby Delamotte gets the baton. Queensland and New South Wales have got some work to do, but it's Betty Brewer there from Queensland, and she quickly goes up to Abby Delamotte, and she might get to the lead. But watch for Abby Delamotte to really finish strongly here, as she's a 4-8 runner. And look at the stride length different down the back straight. So Queensland are in the lead ahead of Victoria, and New South Wales are in third, and South Australia in fourth. 200 metres to go. Queensland with Betty Brewer there in the lead. Abby Delamotte, she's got a bit of work to do, and she'll be really trying to reel her in here and use her newfound endurance here, as she ran a great 800 metres last week. But it's Queensland in the lead here. Delamotte starting to get into her running now. Can she catch the Queenslander? And here she comes, swooping late down the outside is Victoria, and they're back in the lead now. So Delamotte's endurance shines through there, and it's Jemima Russell in the lead there for Victoria. Trudy Davison running well for Queensland, and New South Wales have got the baton there through Alison McAvoy. South Australia there in fourth with Genevieve Brooks with the baton in her hand.
Ollie Worm, sorry to come in there. So we've just seen another big show there from Danny Samuel.
So down the back straight, Victoria are in the lead now, but Queensland have made their move back into the lead. As Queensland head to the lead now, Trudy Davison has got the baton, and she's overtaken the Victorian, and this is a great battle between the Queenslanders and the Victorians. 100 metres to go now. It's Queensland in the lead. The Victorians might kick again here. They're looking strong. And Jemima Russell goes past her. So it's a real ding-dong battle here. Victoria and Queensland exchanging leads, and Victoria finishing really well here, all their legs. So Victoria, their last runner, has the baton here. It's Sarah Billings. Queensland, Emily First has got the baton, and she has got some work to do to get to Sarah Billings. About 300 metres to go now. Billings is in the lead. The Queenslander First. Can she get to her? New South Wales running a great leg with Molly Blakely running very well, and she's coming step by step, getting closer and closer. It's still Victoria in the lead. I've got a feeling it's going to be a great finish. Just under 200 metres to go now. Still Victoria are in the lead. Emily First from Queensland about to make her move. Molly Blakely step by steps getting closer from New South Wales, but it's still Victoria. Can they hold on here? Emily First trying to get to the Victorian, but Sarah Billings too strong here. The Victorian team is a fit team, and they're going to run away with the women's 4x400 metres. What a win by Victoria.
Great call there, Ollie Worm. Geez, you've given them the magic touch tonight, the big V, the Victorians. And congratulations to them. There'll be celebrations down that way tonight, I'm sure. What a great start out there by Morgan Mitchell. And in the middle of your call there, Ollie, another huge throw from Danny Samuels, 65.20.
Wow, that is impressive, mate. I heard you trying to get a word in there.
Yes.
But that is a pretty impressive throw there. So she's in form.
It was Ollie Worm levels of excitement down here beside the track. I tell you what, I saw that one just fly out. It looked like it was going to come all the way up to where I am. But, yeah, midway through the women's discus, and Danny Samuels absolutely killing it.
Yeah, that's good to see, isn't it? One of our all-time legends of the sport, and she is in great form.
As you see here, just coming around that final bend, and the Queenslanders just trying their best, and The head wobble's starting to go out for the big V out in front, but by this stage it's all done and dusted. And Victoria, who started well with Morgan Mitchell, Abby Delamotte in there as well, they were able to continue that rich vein of form. And Sarah Billings just finishing up. And the Queenslander Emily first. Unfortunately, Emily didn't come first. She came second.
Second there for first. But Victoria here, the premier 4x400 metre state. Mate, it's fact. They won the women's and men's race. It's fact. So they've come here tonight and getting around each other now, the girls. And great to see these relays a success here and the crowd getting behind it. The bar there in the men's pole vault is 5 metres 35, just for those at home watching. And the women's pole vault is there warming up still. So some work there as we see the South Australian hometown discus thrower in the ring. All these girls really striving to get, try to emulate to be as good as Danny Samuels, because she is just a fair income legend of the sport, Mossy.
Absolutely, and that was Alafatau Jibril. You said they're from South Australia, rather. And the men's triple jump is underway as well.
Unfortunately, no Alwyn Jones there tonight, I believe, so it's disappointing. And also, it would have been nice to see the Frayne train, Henry Frayne, here, but he'll be competing later on in the tour, I'm led to believe, so he'll be on the Frayne train again.
And for the triple jump in the men, just the 5 competitors, 3 of those from South Australia. You can see there Tim Maguire, Jack Stolarski and Christopher Lipman. And joining them will be Dennis Finnegan. And for the mighty New South Wales, it'll be Benjamin Cox over there in the triple jump. And we'll try to bring as much of the triple jump as we can to you. It's one of those difficult things in athletics, trying to bring everything to you that's done in one meet. So we'll do our very best.
Just on the triple jump there, Mossy, look for homegrown talent Tim Maguire. PB of 15.35. You'll be looking to build on that tonight. Good conditions for triple jumping. So that's going to be good. 15.55 is the PB for Dennis Finnegan, the Irishman who calls Victoria home. So we'll keep you abreast of the updates in the men's triple.
Kimmy Mulhall there in the discus ring. Should be looking to get some big throws out there this season, the Victorian athlete. And the pole vault bar still at 5 metres 35 there. I think we're not far away from the women's pole vault commencing. It looks like it's going to start at 3 metres 95. So not too far away from commencement in that competition there, and it's going to be a great battle between Boyd, Kennedy and the 2 Parnov girls. And I tell you what, Boyd would not have gone home a happy girl last week, Mossy.
No, absolutely not. She's been at the top of the pecking order for quite some time, and unfortunately for her, she went back. And the Parnovs as well. And it'd be interesting to see how they go. I'll always like the battle between the Parnovs and the youngster there, getting the better of her older sister, as we just see another launch out in the discus. Got a great field here today, the top 3 in Australia. Christy Chamberlain, Taryn Goshulski, and also Danny Samuels. So Taryn's just jumping into the ring.
Yeah, the Parnov girls must be a competitive house there, always vying, to be the better sister there. Hope, they're always honest to each other and always truthful there, but training, no doubt they're always trying to get ahead of each other, and it's probably a very competitive house there, I imagine, Mossy.
Absolutely. And Taryn Golszewski, she wasn't at her best throughout a 53.42 at Hunter earlier in the year. And here she goes. Golszewski from Bundaberg, she hasn't got much purchase on that one. And I think that'll fall short of her personal best, which is 58.24. She threw out in the final last year in Glasgow. And we might throw it down to Robbo with the men's victorians in the 4x400 metres. And it looks like we've got 5 naked runners headbands.
That a quintet of head bandits. Very good. Boys, well done. 4x4 clean sweep for the Victorians tonight, boys and girls. How was it out there?
Yeah, it's really good conditions. Hot all day as well, on the track up, so pretty perfect for us boys from Victoria. Bit of practice in the heat the last few weeks, so good to get out there and have a good run round.
And you guys led from the start. You ran it out strong, and you had, basically just yourselves to compete with and the clock, and you brought it home well.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're going out there with the aim to get out in front, and Dougie set it up so well. We listened to your advice as well, wearing these bad boys out on the warm-up track proudly. We're getting a few odd looks, but really it was just jealousy, and tried to bring it home as strongly as we could.
Now, good. Now, how much have you guys run in a 4x4 relay before? Have you run in this combo?
Well, last season I did with Sam at the Nationals.
Yep.
In under 20s, and we took home, was it silver? Yeah, but haven't run with these two boys before, so yeah.
All right, very good. And just finally, you got your state champs on next weekend. Firing up for that. How's that put you in good stead in terms of getting some confidence out of the relay for your own individual events?
Oh, it's great. It's definitely good confidence boost for next week. I mean, I'm presuming all these guys are going to be entering next week, and being teammates, be good to line up next one another, push each other right to the finish. So we'll be looking forward to it.
All right, well done, boys. Well done on a great win. Good luck next weekend, and we'll catch you soon.
Here's Danny.
Back up to you guys.
Danny Samuels there. That's another big one. That is another big one. Danny Samuels she's getting them out there of that qualifier for fun now. She's going, yep, boing, yep, boing.
Too easy from Samuels, the girl from Sydney. And while we continue the coverage here, we will turn our attention to action in the field. But Little Athletics relay's been going on. It's great to see all the Little A's kids out here. This is where it all begins. Where did it all begin for you, Ollie?
Probably just at school, mate.
Wasn't it? You didn't do Little A's?
No, not really. Just started at school in Year 7 and loved athletics.
You started school in Year 7?
Well, high school, mate.
Boys, 62-61 there for Danny Samuels.
There you
another
go.
qualifier. She's just peeling him off for fun.
Yep. No, mate, it's just started. I just started doing more athletics and loved it, and started doing it with some good mates, guys like Sam Baines, who's actually having a run this weekend at the ACT Championships over 200 metres, so I'm pretty pumped to see what he's going to run. And I'm just having a look here at the results. Clay Watkins, a local South Australian boy, was wondering why he wasn't running here tonight. It's because he ran at the ACT Champs and popped out a 46.85 there, and Kurt Mulcahy and Alex Carew not far off Clay Watkins there. So the 400 metre runners there. The next couple of weeks, there's a few state championships around the traps, and I know the Victorian Championships are next weekend.
As we just continue there, the South Australian competitor. See if she can improve on a last throw. It's not a bad little chuck. Or he didn't get the height nor the length that she was after at this stage of the season. It's pretty good. Kim Mickle. I don't know who she is. She said, Mossy and Robbo, summer bats. What a legend, Danny Samuels. You're my hero. Oh, was she talking about me, or was she talking about Danny being the hero?
No, it wasn't you, Mossy.
Oh, okay. G'day, Kim. A pity you couldn't have you here for the chucking this evening. Hope everything's going well over there, and congratulations on your win last week in your hometown.
You know what, Mossy? I occasionally call her Sammy Daniels. Just mix it up, you know.
You do. There's a reason for that. I think you know why.
Yes, mate. Blake Lucas there. In
so what have we got? That'd be, well, you're Wally Erm.
I'm Wally Erm.
I'm Mila Sauce.
Wally Erm, nice to meet you, mate.
I'm Mila Sauce, and we've got Rave Dobinson down there.
The Raver.
Rave Dobinson.
You can hear the little athletes going nuts for their friends down there, just shouting, or perhaps they're shouting at Robbo down there, wanting to get the autograph. That's probably the reason.
We see here, we'll continue to
Kimmy Mulhall in the ring now, coached by Dimi Dinosopoulos, another athlete from the Old Melbournians Athletics Club, back in his prime there. So Nick Wall will be at home going, I mentioned Old Melbournians again. I have, mate. But yeah, Kimmy Mulhall in the ring there, and these girls really just trying to get as close as they can to the legend Danny Samuels.
Kim Mulhall putting another one out there. We'll get you some results when we can. G'day, Zach Lane. Good to see the headbands on the Victorians. Mr. Dave Robbo, you need to get them on the heads of the women. He's been following it on the hashtag Summer of Us. Continue, please, to bring them in. And if you want to, why don't you go all out watching? Are you watching it at a pub? Are you watching it at a barbecue? Just at home? Show us your screens. And yet another one of our competitors in the discus. You see there on the left, jumping up and down, Taryn Golszewski.
And it is absolutely superb night here in Adelaide. The weather cannot be better.
Well, it's superb here in the commentary box.
It is absolutely superb. We had some nice lasagna and salad before, Mossy.
Yeah, I gave the lasagna a miss, mate. I went for the salad. Felt like the salad was me today. Just wanted to, didn't want to go too hard. Didn't want to have a full stomach going into the stream.
No, I feel you. It's actually a great weekend here in Adelaide. I was out and about on the town last night, and the vibe was just happening. Got the Fringe Festival here, and you got the Adelaide Track Classic as well. But there's a real vibe around Adelaide. It's good to see, and the conditions are perfect here. But Mossy, we've got some action about to get underway shortly.
Yeah, look at that. We've got the little A's, but we've also got plenty of action going on out there in the field. And here is your treat, Ollie Worm.
Don't tell me.
Oh, don't tell me. A couple of South Australians in there. Jana Tankovic. We've got Jamie Scroop as well. Emma Philippe. And look at this one. Let me go. Liz Parnoff from Western Australia joins the other two. Vicky Parnoff, her older sister. Nina Kennedy, who is our up-and-coming star. And Alana Boyd. Well, she's been to Olympics, Commonwealth Games, national champion. She's got everything so far, but she hasn't got Nina Kennedy's measure. And it'll be interesting to see how they go tonight. What do you reckon, Ollie? Who's going to take it out tonight? Kennedy, Boyd?
I think Boyd's going to bounce back, but I want to see Kennedy get the 464, mate. I'd love to see that. I don't know if it's going to happen tonight, but
I want to put this outdoor-indoor world record to bed.
Yeah,
that's for sure. We want to see it go.
Yeah, no, we do. It's we just want to see her with undoubtedly the greatest jump of all time as a junior. So we'll see what happens tonight. It'd be hard for her to back it up. The flight over from Perth. We might watch a bit now. Actually, gives me goosebumps.
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh!
And if you're not quite sure what we're talking about, that was exactly how Ollie Worm and Matt Lynch called it, and it made national headlines. It was on Nova, everything. Look at it, just going for it there. Absolutely pumped. It looks like.
Here we go.
Nina just continuing.
Surely not. Here we go. Danny Samuels in the ring. We'll get back to Nina shortly, but we want to see what this legendary Australian discus thrower can do here.
Just Maddie Denny on Twitter predicting 66 plus. Let's see if she can do it. Danny Samuels' final throw.
Oh!
My goodness!
Goodness me.
We need to get a number on that, Robbo. I'm leaving that job with you, my friend, because that's a beauty. Oh, Danny Samuels just laying it out there.
Well, hasn't she put on a show here in the women's discus tonight? We expected she would. She's opened up her season and her tour, and she's done it in some style tonight. We'll get a confirmation very shortly. Here we go. 64-61 for Danny Samuels.
64-61. What do you reckon, Robbo? Happy with that?
Very, very happy. I think she just got the foul in round one, and she got 5 other world champs qualifiers. So it's very close to a clean sweep. Every legal throw was indeed over the mark, and that's how good she is. She's got plenty more in the tank. Watch for Danny Samuels to go big this season. I'm talking national record.
You've called it, mate.
And here's Christy Chamberlain. Look at that. Nice action. And it's up there as well, but yeah, it'll get just a little over the 50 mark, I think you'll find. And her personal best will remain at the 56.79.
How good was this, Mossy?
Unbelievable, mate. Watching at home.
Don't tell me.
Oh. That was beautiful.
Just a little teaser there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We'll come back to that at some stage. I'm sure we will. There's plenty more action at the moment. As we said, we've got some little A's on the track at the moment. You'll see them running around every now and then. And,
here we go.
Don't show it. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me. I'm telling you.
Don't everything.
I'm telling you.
Don't tell me that's not unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And look at oh,
pumped.
mate,
She's
that's exactly
pumped.
right. That's what it's all about, buddy. That is what it's all about, hey? Young kids excited. You saw there, I don't know if you saw, but the people in the crowd jumped, pumped. There's kids all throughout Western Australia throughout the week just grabbing poles and jumping over bars. That's what they wanted to do.
Walk up to school, getting out of the car. Mums, pop the pole in.
Yeah, absolutely. Picket fences. There wasn't a picket left on a fence.
No, the Sandpitters school just putting the pole in and trying to jump.
This is what we're talking about.
That's it.
This is what Nina Kennedy is bringing.
That's probably how it begun, mate. I don't know the history of pole vault, but...
Yeah, what it's about.
I'll look it up.
Look that up. Okay, now we have competitor. It looks like it's Kirsty Williams from Queensland. And what can she do here today? And out it goes. Land there. The officials do their things. And for her final throw, we'll try to get some results. Unfortunately, not with us right at the moment.
Well, Mossy, I can tell you one of the earliest pole vaulting competitions where height was measured took place at the Ulverston Football and Cricket Club, Lancashire, north of the Sands in 1843, and modern competition started in 1850 in Germany.
Well, there you go. And I think it was the Worms who did it. Okay, just look there, Mike Holmes, mate. Great to have you tweeting in, buddy. He said, given the heat, is tonight the steam stream. I like it, the steam stream.
I like it. It's hot in here.
That's right. We've had the love stream, and now we've got the steam stream. You see there many of our members in the crowd who've come out here. Kim Mulhall going again.
So poles were used as a practical means of passing over natural obstacles in marshy places such as provinces of Friesland in the Netherlands, and they would to try to cross over, water without getting wet. So they would use their stick or their pole to vault over numerous areas around the world. And there's our female pole vaulters.
You can see there.
Vicky Parnov there.
Vicky on the left. Liz on the right. Jamie Stripp being introduced.
There's Nina. She is a superstar.
That's right. Well, we've got a wealth of talent in the pole vault. And Vicky Parnov there. Look at those black hands. Don't they love their black hands with their little tar they put on there?
Well, they do.
And here is your current world under-20 outdoor pole vaulting champion. We saw her launch herself up over the bar so far, just rolling the eyes. She doesn't want to hear all about it, but there she is, Nina Kennedy. And she's going to hand over the baton there to, well, she's done everything. She's been to 2 Olympic Games. She's national champion. And Alana Boyd will be out tonight to put herself back up on top of the pecking order. And that one's going to be a belter. We'll stick with that throughout the night. And we did have on the hashtag, Matt Lynch once again, he said, any hashtag tombstones out there yet, mate? Definitely I haven't seen a tombstone. It went out there in the middle of the field and it's very hard, so no chance it was going to do the tombstone, which is when the discus goes straight down in the ground and lays in there. And I tell you what, look at that, there's Robbo pulling up a knee. Great to see. Taryn Golszewski, can she get it out there? No, not her best one.
I can tell you there's one round to go in the women's discus, and our leader, as you would know, Danny Samuels, 65.20. Taryn Golszewski, 54.63. Jade Lally, the Great Britain athlete, she's shown 55.34. And Kim Mulhall around the 52-56 mark. So a few of those girls trying to get up there.
Yes, and g'day Daniel out there on the hashtag Summer of Us. Don't forget to remind the women's MD pacemakers to take it easy over the first 100. Can we do that?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm not sure who's pacing. I'm sure we can give them a heads up.
We'll do so.
Just so you know, someone at home's giving you a heads up. Take it easy over the first 100.
Yes,
so.
That's right. We'll do our best. They're probably got the live stream cranking in the call room.
They would, actually. They'd love it.
If they don't, we'll have to get on to that.
Yep.
Put a bit of pressure on them. Why not? Yeah, the discus It's a nice throw. Who was that?
It's a very nice throw.
Fortunately, you didn't get a look at that. It was good. And we see here, first of our pole vaulters just having a bit of a look.
This is Jana Tankosic of South Australia.
Unfortunately, off a short run up, but I think she had the height there to get over it.
Here's Danny Samuels. One more time.
Righto, come on, Danny. Let's just give this one an almighty rip. 68.72. That's what I want. I want 68.73.
One more throw.
That's right. That's her. That's the national record. Danny Samuels. Concentration. Come on, Danny. Ripped it out. It's up. It's over. Oh, another one. That's another.
That's pretty big.
Should she be going to the next 5 World Championships with 5 qualifiers like that?
Imagine that. Just pop it in the piggy bank. Yeah, I've got 5 qualifiers. That's legendary. So she's got the meet record tonight, 65.20. What's she got there, do you reckon?
Oh, 65.32.
Ooh. Big call there, mate.
Well, mate, that's what I'm paid for. I'm paid to make the big calls.
The big calls, you're spot on there, mate. So
you see there at the bottom left, Nina Kennedy having a bit of a chat, as you do. Hasn't quite made it over the bar. Jana Tankosic, who is a local girl here from South Australia. She also got Jamie Scroop, one of her fellow crow eaters, as we would sort of call them.
The Crows.
That's right.
Legendary in their day.
So we just got just coming in, Danny Samuels. Final throw. Sorry, I'll bring it up in a sec. 64.56. So 64.56 for Danny Samuels in her final throw. And as Robbo predicted, we did say 6. He got 5, but every throw that wasn't a foul, 5 of those World Championships qualifiers. And she picks up the 9 points tonight, which are on offer as part of the Australian Athletics Tour Championship. It's the 6 preliminary meetings, which has taken in so far Briggs at Hobart, Hunter, which is in Newcastle, Canberra, Perth. We've got Adelaide, and finally will be Brisbane in 2 weeks' time. And the finals will be in Melbourne and Sydney. So points are on offer from first down to fifth. 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. And they continue to accumulate those. So where we can, we'll give you an update in each race tonight.
It's a good night for athletics out there.
It's not a good night, mate. It's a great night for athletics.
So it's perfect. And she's clear. Jana Tankosic cleared 3 metres 70, the local girl.
That's it. Give us a smile. Good stuff.
That's the way. She's relieved with herself. Has a bit of a laugh talking to perhaps her coach there or one of her training partners. But she's clear, so a bit of a relief in front of her home crowd, friends and family here. You can see Nina Kennedy there, the superstar. Sorry, that's Emma Philippe there. But, yeah, some superstars in that Alex Parnov squad over there in Western Australia.
And Jana's personal best is 4 metres, which she jumped back in 2006. So, yeah, she's about to step up again.
My best is 3 metres, Mossy. That's what I've jumped, 3 metres.
I've been 2 metres close to the mats. I have never grabbed a pole in my life.
Mate, you got to do it. Just get a pole, run in, get it.
Have we got a pole here? Anyone?
Let's just go down there. We'll go there down after this, and we'll just have a bit of a trundle.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it. We'll set the bar at 5. No?
2, maybe?
2, all right, okay.
Maybe. So we've got the men and women's pole vaulting at the moment. The bar in the men's, they're just changing the boards now. but it's getting up around that 5 metres 30 the bar is at, so impressive jumping over there at the men's pole vault. And the crowd's just starting to build here as well at Adelaide. Really starting to get behind the local athletes, and got a few star locals to come here tonight, and of course some of the best Australia-wide have made their way to the City of Churches.
You see some of the crowd who've come out of the churches tonight. They've made their way down here in the hot conditions. It's good for athletics, it's good on the track, but it's been, to say it's been hot would be saying the least, that's for sure.
Well, Mossy, the men's triple jump is completed. We only had 3 athletes in there. Benjamin Cox took it out with a jump of 14 metres 64. Jack Stolarski 14.49. Christopher Libman 13.86. So 14.64 takes the win there at the Adelaide Track Classic in the men's triple jump. So some decent jumping there from the New South Welshman, but really want to see, you know, Alan Jones was down to jump tonight. He's, of course, jumped just over 16.80. Henry Frayne, of course, 17.23, classy athlete. So you can see there the Australian record. Ken Lorraway, 17.46. Can Henry Frayne break that in the next couple of years? Time will tell. But the all-comers here in Australia, Jonathan Edwards, 17.71. That is just huge.
Can you say his name again?
Jonathan Edwards.
I thought you said Jonathan Edwards.
I was going to say Jonathan Akibua for a second.
Oh, wow. And lots of tweets coming up on the hashtag Summer of Aths. See a little tweet there trying to spit one out. And we'll come back there to that one. Your backpack.
Robbo, we're just talking about some of the great athletes of the world. Talking about Jonathan Edwards, world-class athlete. Another athlete springs to mind, John Akibua, one of the legends of the sport.
Yes, made famous from getting that gold medal from lane 1 all those years ago, the great Ugandan. And we'll see the 400 hurdles a little bit later on tonight. And Michael Cochrane from New Zealand looking for a 49.50 to get him the World Champs qualifier. Plenty of Kiwis watching across the ditch, staying up.
Having their fish and chips.
And a big shout out to everyone tuning in over there in New Zealand. The Auckland equivalent of a track classic is on Thursday night coming, so hopefully they're live streaming that. We might get a gig if they're not. But I'll tell you what, it's hotting up in the women's pole vault.
It's Philippe
going about their work.
Too easy.
No dramas.
Breakfast.
Natty Denny.
Women's discus finish. Great commentary, Mossy and Robbo. Give me a tweet when Jav starts. Time for the weight session. Well,
he wants a personalised tweet, does he? Hey, mate, just a heads up.
I managed to sit in on a little interview then Benny Offrens had with Danny Samuels for the benefit of everyone in the crowd, and talking about how much she bench presses. And she's talking about getting into the triple figures, so not mucking around, Danny, but she hasn't been doing as much of it lately. Don't want to get in danger of getting injured doing something silly, but no doubt about it, she had that event all sewn up tonight.
Robbo, just on the right-hand side, your makeup, it looks like it's dribbling down there, mate.
My makeup?
How hot is it down there, buddy?
Oh, look, yeah. The foundation, I could do with another layer very shortly. Look, it's getting into be a really nice part of the night now. It's breeze, just cooling things off.
Liz Parnov, clear.
Thanks.
Well, get off my face.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much, Dave Robbo.
And I'm just talking about, obviously, Akibua's win there in lane 1. Another athlete did as well. Angelo Taylor at the 2000 Olympics. Gun athlete, a big Angelo Taylor. So lane 1, 400-metre hurdles gold medalist. Pretty impressive there, the big American Angelo. So we see the discus throwers coming off now after Danny Samuels' meet record there, Mossy. 65.20, I think it was, so pretty impressive.
And another one in the pole vault. Bars set at 390.
This is the another local girl, Jamie Scrope.
Oh, Scrope.
Scrope, she had a great comp last week.
Yeah, she looks like she had that, didn't she, Robbo?
She did.
She did a PB last week. believe.
Yes, it was. 4:25 for the South Australians. So hopefully she can replicate that tonight and go a couple further.
Tell you what's a great initiative, boys. I was at a competition, I think it was last year, the ACT State Champs, and if you got a PB, you got an ice cream. So everyone who got a PB, come on up. I got a PB, free ice cream for you. What a great initiative.
That's a great initiative.
Yeah.
I tell you what, at the Hunter Track Classic, if you are part of the team, you got free ice cream.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Milo ice cream, everything, whatever you wanted. Robbo knocked back about 3, didn't you, mate?
I tell you what, boys, last week the Parmigiana, that was very good in Perth. That was one of the best spreads we've had on this tour.
And plenty of events throughout this meet. We'll be keeping on throughout the season. As we said there, stop 6 of the Australian Athletics Tour will be in Brisbane on the 7th of March, and then it just rolls on from there. The Australian Juniors from the 12th to the 15th. During that time frame, you'll have the Sydney Track Classic, which will be one of the finals of the Australian Athletics Tour. It joins with Melbourne on the 21st, and the Australian Championships, the energy will be at boiling point, and that one's there later on, and can't wait to see that. The National Championships, always from an athlete's perspective, that's the one they're building towards.
Yeah, well, that's obviously the selection trials there, so they'll want to be... that will be pretty important competition for them.
And we saw in the discus, Danny Samuels just controlled the ring tonight with the meet record. She's going to find herself heading over for the World Championships to Beijing. She's already been there to a major championships. And in just a moment, we'll be hearing from her trackside as the red flag goes up over there in the pole vault. And yet another one of the panels, Vicky. It looks like she might be one of the next ones up. The bar at 390 in the pole vault.
It looks like we had a few athletes clear at 5:25 in the men's pole vault. Angus Armstrong, Flavin Besson of France, Blake Lucas was clear first attempt.
And I'll tell you what, trackside we have the darling of the discus. That's right, it's Danny Samuels with a man in the headband, Dave Robbo.
Thank you very much there, Mossy. Yeah, Danny Samuels just yelling out to all the fans over here in the hill, in the grandstand.
Training partners, yep.
That's right. Look, I predicted you to throw 6 World Champs qualifiers. You ruined my prediction. You threw a foul.
Oh, yeah, well, my first one was actually a decent distance.
Massive.
So I was a bit disappointed I didn't get that one measured. So from then on, I had to move around the circle. But I'm really happy with their consistency. To have a 65, 2 64s, a 63, they should all get me into a final and even into the top 8. So really happy to kickstart my season like that.
I remember some of the chats we had last year. Your aim was to get consistently 63, 64. Has that now bumped up to 65, 66?
Yeah, well, the plan is, if I can get consistent at that kind of level, then I hopefully will be in the mix for a medal in Beijing for the World Champs later this year. That's always the goal for me, is to be consistent, because, whatever happens in the circle or, with weather conditions or anything like that, if my technique can hold together and I can be consistent, it's always going to work in my favour. So hopefully 65 plus, 64 plus at every competition is the goal.
And what about the big one? Have you got it written on your fridge at home? 68 plus. I know that's ticking away.
It is it is on my little post-it note wall of goals. So it is, it's within a metre of my PB now. So to, just working through the domestic season and getting consistent, like I said, hopefully it will put me in good shape later on in the European season for that.
Great. And you've opened your tour on the Australian Athletics Tour here in Adelaide tonight. Where will we see you next?
Queensland Track Classic.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Don't have long to wait. 2 weeks till we get to see Danny Samuels again, and you promise you'll do 6 out of 6 for me this time.
Okay.
And a national record.
Yeah, okay, all right, sure.
Easy. There you go. All right, cheers. There's Danny. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no worries, Robbo. And, of course, she'll be continuing on throughout the season. You'll be seeing her in Beijing. And I think that's Angus Armstrong. Not 100% certain. Couldn't quite get over there. And not far away, we have the men's 100 metres. There's quite a few events there. You can see the boys just finishing up. They've turned the track around, the straight around. They're going at the far straight, mate.
Indeed, Mossy. That's where the wind's at, so it's a good night to do it. Makes it a touch harder for us to call, but we'll do the best we can.
A touch harder?
A touch harder.
I'd say
just a touch.
A lot harder. They're not thinking about us, are they?
No, it's not about us. But, yeah, look, it's good for the athletes, the conditions out there, so let's hope we can see some fast times here at the Adelaide City Track Classic. We saw some moderate times at the Jandakot City Track Classic, and we saw some amazing times there at the Canberra Track Classic, didn't we?
Absolutely. And the tweets keep rolling on. So keep them going. Alana J says, I love Alana Boyd's name. Go Alana on the Summer of Aths. Very great to have you with us and join us. Continue to join us in the conversation.
It's good to have everyone here, really. It's just a good night for athletics. Here we go. Another local girl on the runway. Jamie Scroop of South Australia. Scroop on the runway now, and the bar's at 3 metres 90. And almost clear then. Had the distance, the height, sorry, but didn't quite get over.
And with these sprints over there in the back straight, we're giving the athletes every opportunity to run as fast as they possibly can with the wind. Unfortunately, the camera angles won't be the best, but we'll try to deliver you the best we possibly can. Unfortunately, you don't get everything your way, and we're doing everything here for the athletes as well. As you see some of the girls lining up. And this event is proudly brought to you by Athletics South Australia and Athletics Australia. We hope you have a wonderful time here at the Adelaide Track Classic on the live stream, or someone's called it the Steam stream. And there's some of the sponsors as well. The AIS with their new spaghetti logo. Adidas, 2XU Compression. Obviously, Commonwealth Games Australia is helping out, as well as Athletics International and Allianz as well. So great to have you guys on board, and wouldn't be able to do the live stream without you.
Got a couple of sponsors here. Villies. Villies is a proud South Australian success story and a long-term partner of Athletics South Australia. Villies Bakery is a proud supporter of the 2015 Adelaide Track Classic. Villies, taste the difference. So good to see some local South Australian produce here. Also, the Crown Plaza Adelaide. Come and visit the Crown Plaza Adelaide Chill Out Zone. There's relaxation and free snacks. And, of course, it's the official hotel of Athletics SA in the 2015 Adelaide Track Classic. So, got a couple of sponsored events tonight. So, we've got the Barefoot Podiatry Men's 3,000 metres and also the McGregor Family Women's 3,000 metre race. So, good to see some local families and companies getting out to support the racing tonight.
That's right, and g'day to everyone in the McGregor family here in South Australia and the clan as well. All the way back from Scotland. I'll tell you what, a man who chucked out in Scotland was Ben Harradine, the boy from Newcastle. He says Danny is known to some as Nam Nam Nams. You should ask her why after comp. Great throwing on the hashtag Summer of Aths. Our current national champion, Ben.
Nam Nam Nams.
Nam Nam Nams.
There you go.
Yeah, interesting. Thanks, Benny. Can't wait to see you back in action, mate. And Matt Lynch has come in on this one. You like that? He said...
Here he is.
He said the Akibua count is 2.
I think I've mentioned it 3 times now, actually. The great John Akibua. Make that 4.
3.
4, 5.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. Keeps going. We've got plenty of time to go.
Here's Jamie Scroop, South Australian.
Get over.
Easy, does it. She was just toying around before.
It's a clutch jump there.
And that was 390, and she's on her way. I think that's going to set her up for the comp now.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
A quick one. Seems to be a flood of shout-out requests tonight on Twitter, but Reece Steen, he's asking for a shout-out. He's asked for a few now, so there you go, Reece. Consider that your official shout-out. I know he's pumped in particular to see Danny Samuels throwing big, and he's a pretty handy thrower himself. Won the Precision Jav at the Hunter Track Classic last year, Mossy, you called that?
Yes, that's right, the young fella. And, mate, it's not that hard. You just throw it out close to the flag, and, yeah, you did well. Mate, look, say good day to the kids there with the baskets.
Good work, girls. Give the live stream a wave. Well done.
Yeah, the basket girls, they were... one of them I heard before when I was down on the track saying, I held Sally Pearson's basket. And she was very happy. And, oh, look at this, the boys from over the Dutch. Athletics New Zealand. Thanks for the shout-out, guys. Auckland Track Classic Thursday. I'm assuming that's going to be Thursday. Looking good with about 12 Aussies coming over. Fantastic stuff there.
Do they need a live stream there? Maybe they could fly us over there for the live stream.
Well, I'll tell you what. We could do it.
Yeah, we could do it.
No, the production...
I'll just have to take some annual leave from work.
It is Thursday.
Well, book some flights, get over there, have some fish and chips, a good Steinlager.
I'm going there next month. Never been there.
Ah.
Yeah. And did you know that Mike Powell is going to be jumping in New Zealand?
Big Mike Powell.
He's done pretty well in the long jump.
He's not bad. How old is he?
I don't know. 51, I reckon.
51.
51.
There you go. What a legend of the sport. Just coming out to have a jump.
Famous for his double hitch kick jumping.
Oh, I love the double hitch.
Yes. Him and Carl
I've done the double hitch.
You're a double hitch man?
I'm a nothing hitch. I can't hitch anything. I just take off. My mates used to pay me out about my long jump ability. A few of my mates watching out, actually. I trained with a few jumpers for a while, and I just can't jump. Couldn't do it.
What about soccer? I heard you were a goalkeeper back in the day.
Yeah, mate. I was a good goalkeeper.
Striker?
Goalie.
I got up there.
I actually used to go down for some corners and take free kicks. I was, very eccentric goalkeeper.
I heard you very Peter Schmeichel-like, actually.
That's exactly what they used to call me, actually.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Who are you speaking to, mate?
Mate, I've got people on the ground, buddy.
There you go, yeah. Now, we've got some 100-metre action there on the back straight.
And it's just a C race out there, so...
We're just going to show some footage of these lads here. So if you're at home watching one of your mates or your mum or dad here and your son's running, good luck to them.
Unfortunately, we don't have the start list here, so we unfortunately can't be telling you who it is, but we can see a big V out there.
They're everywhere, the big Vs. Good initiative by Athletics Australia, giving everyone a run who came over for the relays, so that's why they're having the A, B, C and D races. So you can see there the boys down the back straight.
You see there, it's a little bit hard to tell exactly who got out in front there, but good stuff. The boys give me a high five. They'll be able to go and grab themselves a drink of water or two. So we see there, look at that. Parnov, Kennedy, the West Australians. Of course, the Parnov girls, they were born in South Africa, come from great pedigree, and they're here. Just wondering, mate, how you went in the triple jump.
Oh, the triple jump. Well, actually rolled up one day to do some triple jump for the school. Thought I was pretty good, and I broke my fibula. The hop, bang, snap. Well, not snap, it just fractured it. So I was a terrible triple jumper and never did it again.
Never again?
Never again. So it scarred me for life. So
it's an interesting one, isn't it? They call it a triple jump, but there's a hop and a skip. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like Jumpy. He was he's a jumpy. He's not a hoppy.
Bars at 4:10. Philippe on the runway.
Get over there.
Yes, that's clear. We're going to have a few girls hopefully really pushing that 4:30, 4:40, 4:50, 4:60 mark tonight. And Emma Philippe's one of those girls who's going to feature prominently here. There's Nina Kennedy. Don't tell me she's got a big jump in her tonight.
Well, mate, she is jumping.
She's jumping, but how big can she jump?
I said don't tell you, but yep.
She's speaking to herself there, just running through some stuff.
And we'll get you the results of the men's pole vault as soon as they come through.
Yes, Mossy, I can tell you I've just been over there, and it's ended up a tie today between New South Wales' Angus Armstrong and the Victorian Blake Lucas. And they got up to 5.25 before they called it a day. So,
Robbo, get them over there. I want scissor, paper, rock. Scissor, paper, rock.
Well, they're going to come over and have a quick chat at the couch very shortly. So we might be able to settle it with an arm wrestle, Mossy.
And here we have the women's 100-metre B final in lane 2, Jacinta Boyd from Queensland. Lane 3, Gabriella O'Grady from New South Wales. Lane 4, Larissa Chambers from Queensland. Also from Queensland in lane 5 is Tessa Milton. Lane 6, Lucy Fitzgerald from South Australia. New South Wales representative in lane 7 is Nicola Haggerty-Mayers, and Lynette Viney from Queensland in lane 8.
And a big crowd building on the back straight here at the South Australian Athletics Stadium.
Well, there's movement at the station, for the word had passed around that the back straight was in action here in Adelaide town.
There you go, Mossy. We got the poetry on early last week, and you've slipped it in there after an hour and a half. Well done. But we'll give it up to Ollie Worm to call us through this women's B race in the 100 metres.
Thank you, Robbo. We'll give it a good crack of calling it. It's obviously tougher angles here, but we'll be doing our best. So, Jacinta Boyd, the Queenslander, Adelaide 2. So they're away cleanly. O'Grady off to a good start, and Boyd running well on the inside. Milton there, still Boyd in the lead, with athletes coming there, left, right and centre. And looks like a good win there.
We're not exactly sure who got there, but we'll get those results.
Larissa Chambers, I think, took the victory there, as Jacinta Boyd may have just grabbed that hamstring. I hope it's okay, but a good win there for Larissa Chambers.
And back at the women's pole vault, it's Jamie Scroop. Her next attempt. Bar's moved up to 4 metres 10. See how she goes. And she does it easily again. So we predicted it on that last jump. She has launched her account now, and can she tickle the PB that she set last weekend in Perth? She's looking confident at the moment. And it's a world-class field in the women's pole vault this evening. So we're going to go deep into the night, I'm sure, like we did last weekend in Perth. So hang around, and thanks for tuning in to the Athletics Australia live stream. And we've got the fast men over on the back straight. The exact same back straight where we saw the likes of Jack Hale getting down into the low 10s, 10.13, and Rowan Browning, 10.18, wind assisted at the Australian All-Schools Championships in December last year. And Browning's back tonight. Unfortunately, no Jack Hale. And this is going to be a cracker. And here's our start list, Mossy.
Yes, here's our start list. In lane 1 is Benjamin Hayward. His PB 10.62. Lane 2 will be Jin Soo Young, who ran a 10.51 for his PB from New South Wales. The big man, Nicholas Boylett from Queensland. He'll be coming out of lane 3. In lane 4, Isaac Ntiamoa, just 32 years of age, a spring chicken with a PB of 10.35. Tom Gamble, well, hasn't he had a great opening to the season, 10.34, which was his PB at the Canberra Track Classic. And we've also got Alexander Hartman. Well, he has had a stellar start as well in the 200 metres. He's been very hard to beat. 21 years of age from Queensland. Ben Jaworski from New South Wales, the PB of 10.47. Hugh Donovan, the Queenslander, and Rowan Browning from New South Wales with a PB of 10.47 as well. You can throw a blanket over this field. Well, it's going to be interesting to see, Robbo.
I was going to ask you, Mossy, put it out there. Who do you like and what time?
I'm going to go Tom Gamble, I reckon, the big man. It's going to be an absolute showdown between him and Isaac Ntiamoa. It's going to be good. I'm going to go Tommy G. Tommy G, he's the man.
Browning, 10.33.
Big call
That's all I
there.
got.
Big call there, Robbo. Tom Gamble, 10.29.
Wow!
Yeah.
Yes,
Calling
well.
it.
Throw it out there. Tommy Gamble, 10.29. That'll be another PB for the big man.
Any indication on what the wind's doing back there yet, boys? It's at their backs, I know. Hopefully it's not blowing too hard. It doesn't seem too heavy down here at ground level.
No, look, it's not too bad at all. We haven't got any results to the races yet, but it's looking like a pretty solid 0.1, I reckon. It's very still down there, which they'll probably enjoy. They'd probably prefer a nice 2.0, but here's Vicky Parnov on the runway with the bar at 4 metres 10. Easy
look
for
at that.
Vicky Parnov. She's happy.
Easy as you like.
She goes, yeah, Dad, I got this. I got it, Dad.
Of course, of our hashtag Summer of Aths, it says, watching the Summer of Aths with Jack Stern 995. Entertaining commentary. Alison Templar, thank you very much.
Thank you, Alison.
That's a wonderful thing to say.
Shout out to Alison.
We do our very best, don't we?
We try, mate. I think we can only try our best.
Absolutely.
To be informative, but also mildly entertaining.
Oh, well, we, as Mossy and Robbo, we always say occasional humour.
Occasional,
We're not going to go out there and say we're funny. We're going to say occasionally.
Occasionally, a bit of banter, whatnot. Bit of banter.
Just going back to Mike Powell, he is 51, and he wants the Masters 50 to 54 world record.
Just about in. Here's Nina Kennedy, 4:10.
Come on, Nina.
Easy for her.
Oh! Ollie Worm.
Ollie Worm.
Jinxed her.
All right, Ollie Worm's promised to keep his mouth shut next time Nina's on the runway.
Righto.
She'll just take a few moments to compose herself there. And we're not far away from a start in the men's A race, 100 metres. This is going to be a cracker.
Yes, Robbo. She did have good height there, but just didn't execute well. But no doubt she's got a 4:10 in her pretty comfortably tonight. But here we go for the men's 100 metres. A few to watch here. Big Tommy Gamble, Boylett, Hartman, Isaac Nedamoa. It's all happening here. Jinsu Jung, Haywood, Donovan, Browning. Really, the list goes on.
Yeah, we can throw a blanket over these guys. 10.34 for Gamble, the lowest PB.
So they're away now. Boylett got off to a good start. On the outside, running well, is Brownie, Isaac Nedamoa, and there's Gamble. Up there, Gamble, Isaac Nedamoa, Boylett coming home late. That's a close finish there in the 100 metres. We'll wait for official results.
It's a very, very close one. I'd say they'll have to look for the judges on that one.
Yeah, going for a photo finish there. Geez, it looked close. Jinsu Jung and Tia Moa right in the mix. And apologies, we don't have quite the perfect camera angle there. We are on the back straight. So it's a less than optimal viewing platform for the men's 100 and the women's as well. But we'll get back to you very shortly. I'm happy to do my own 100-metre dash over there and see what the finish time was.
I don't have a problem with that.
I'm not sure if I'll break 11
You
seconds.
see the replay here, and the big boys got out there hard early, but look at Jin Sung Jung with the yellow headband, just coming home with the Sydney Uni outfit on. He got the touchdown, but I think Tiamoa may have got it. It's hard.
Gamble.
I'm going to call Gamble.
I'm not ruling Gamble out.
Oh, I wouldn't rule him out.
I think he's dipped, and I'm keen to know if he's wearing the zinc cream as well. That's been his special weapon on the track.
It's a dead heat.
Wind is legal.
What was the time?
Dead.
Did you get it? Oh, look at that. Couldn't split him.
10.44.
10.44 with a legal win there.
0.6 metre wind.
Well,
10.44 dead heat.
Well, we all win, don't we? Said Tommy G.
Everybody's a winner.
Everyone's a winner here on the
there you go.
The steam stream.
There goes Nina Kennedy on the runway. She looked good there at her first attempt, but didn't quite execute it perfectly. But no doubt she's got a 4:10 here.
And the qualifier for the World Championships is a 4:50.
She's there. She's qualified.
Oh,
mate.
yeah, she's there. Don't worry about that.
She's got a fully flexible flight booked, so she's not confirmed yet. So
Get your visa.
Yeah. Here's Nina on the runway. I'll shut my mouth.
I'm going to do it. Over she goes. Nina oh, no!
All right, you're both banned from talking any sort of commentary from now on.
That's it. Well, we'll just hand this one over to Dave Robbo, and look, from behalf of myself and Ollie Worm, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, have a little rest there, boys. But, speaking of pole vault, I've got another special pole vault guest that we can introduce down here for a quick chat. And it is none other than Victorian Blake Lucas. Just got to put my ear warmers on. It's getting a bit cold down here. Come on in, mate. Firstly, congratulations. Equal win tonight in the pole vault. Does happen a little bit?
It does happen a little bit. We did both end up equal first with 5.25. The bar did go to 35. We both missed 4 times. Then we got a 4th attempt at 35, so we had that. We both missed. It went down to 30. We both missed. I think then we went to 25. We both missed. Like, now we're done. We're cooked. We're finished. We've been out here since 4 o'clock.
It's a long day, isn't it, the pole vault? They can be long comps.
Yeah, it certainly is. Like, I think we finished up at 20 past 8, and I think we all got here about 10 to 4. Call room just after, I think, 4 or 5, just after 5. And then, yeah, we've been out on the track since 5:15, and so 3 hours out on the track plus beforehand.
Well, mate, there's a very comfortable couch just over here behind us. Feel free to have a little lie down if you need to. The Athletics South Australia pillows.
Yeah, I certainly will. Thank you.
And, mate, next week, Vic champs, state champs.
Yes, that is correct.
Having a crack at that?
No, I actually fly to Japan the night before. So I went to Japan for 2.5 weeks to go snowboarding.
Wow.
So good little taper before nationals.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Well, look after yourself. Hope the powder's nice and clean.
60 centimetres a night. So yeah, it should be good.
All right. There you go. You'll catch him in Japan. All the Japan athletics
Thank
fans,
you.
look out for this man. Thanks, Blake.
Thanks,
Back up to you guys.
And we'll just another great little hashtag there from Damon Bray from Run Lab. It says Mossy Robbo VPA Live. Everything, lads. How about a shout out for Run Lab Vlad, who's racing in Tokyo Marathon tomorrow, and also Elsie Wellings, who's there tonight as well.
Good luck.
A massive shout out to Vlad. He's a good bloke. He's now in Newcastle, and he's sending plenty of people with PBs everywhere. Now we turn our attention to the track. Once again, it is 100 metres. This time it's the A final in the women's. In lane 2 from Queensland, Betty Barua. Lane 3 from New South Wales, Nana Adoma Owusu Afriyi. Lane 4, Michelle Cutmore from Queensland. In lane 5, Monica Brennan from Victoria. Lane 6 is Christine Wern from New South Wales. They call her the Princess of the Pacific. Is Toya Whistle from Papua New Guinea. She's been to the Olympics, Commonwealth Games, World Juniors, Youth, the whole deal. Lane 8 is Kendra Hubbard from Victoria, and rounding out the field will be Sophia Figuera from Victoria as well, Ollie Worm.
Yeah, good field assembled here. Unfortunately, no Mel Breen or Pearson, and Mel Breen just sent us a tweet, actually, telling us she's enjoying us, saying we can talk, so appreciate that, Breenie. And hopefully you're...
Ask her, Breenie, how did you go on the... ACT champs?
Yeah, good question. How did she go, I wonder, on that quick Canberra track?
That's right.
I reckon she would have run 11:22.
Saying 11A, yeah, 11:23.
Yeah, so the girls are lining up there. Quite an even field. I mean, Monica Brennan's got a great 200 metre. Michelle Cutmore, she's been one right up there over the past year. Toa Whistle at her best would on PB probably take this out. And then Christine Wern as well has had some promising runs lately. Not Christine Worm. Don't get confused. It's Christine Wern.
Well, not yet.
No. No, it's Christine Wern. So one to watch. They're in their blocks now. So they're away now. Off to a good start on the outside was Toa Whistle. Toa Whistle's in the lead. She's running away from them. Brennan's starting to get into her running now, but Toa Whistle, the Papua New Guinea with Brennan late. But Toa Whistle is going to hold on for a good win there in the 100 metres.
Yes, great win there from the Papua New Guinean, the Queen of the Pacific. There's not many titles she hasn't won in Oceania Athletics. And there she is, adding the Athletics Track Classic 100 metre A race to her long list of honours. She's competed at the Olympics.
She's been to 3 Commonwealth Games, Robbo.
Yes.
3 Commonwealth Games, Melbourne, New Delhi and Glasgow.
You guys went to Glasgow, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Her best result was a 4th in Delhi, where she came 4th in the final of 11:52.
Now, just to get you guys ready and everyone watching it back home, I can see some Javs flying through the night sky here in Adelaide. And I can see Kelsey Lee Roberts in the pink top, Catherine Mitchell as well, warming up. And then down here near the start-finish area, it's the men's 400 metres. And I'm looking at Michael Cochrane from New Zealand, looking very switched on and focused. 49.50 is the time he's chasing here tonight.
Yep, the men's 400 metre hurdles, and just a response to them, Mel Breen quickly didn't run the 100 metres today, saving herself for the 200 tomorrow. So there you go, Breeny working on that 200 metres. And Mossy, the long jump start list on screen.
Yes, that's right. New South Wales girl Jodie Elkington continuing to stride out and jump from her rich vein of form over there in Glasgow, taking out a gold medal in her category. From Queensland, Na Anang. Then we start to delve deeper down. Karina Minko from Victoria, Talissa Scott as well. Now we go to another of our Commonwealth Games competitors from the ACT, Jessica Penny. Looking forward to your jump out there tonight. And this is the battle that I've been waiting for all night, boys. Stratton, Yench, 2. In the last 10 jumps that they've attempted each other, it has been Stratton 9, Jench 1. Tonight could be the night. Personal bests, when we look at both of them, very close indeed. 670 for Brooke Stratton. She jumped that at the Nationals last year. She was also a finalist at the World Juniors. And Chelsea's Yench, 663 at the Canberra Track Classic earlier this season on the Australian Athletics Tour. Now, Ollie, Yench, 663. Stratton 664 at the Canberra Track Classic, 1 centimetre in it.
Very close. Yench, she is from Adelaide originally, so she's going to have a few family and friends out here to support her. I reckon she might lift tonight, but no doubt Brooke Stratton as well. She's in a rich vein of form.
And there's our wonderful volunteer kids with the baskets. Don't forget to join us on the hashtag Summer of Aths. Show us your screens. Haven't had many screens. Want to know how they're going? I like this one here from Keely O'Hagan. It's getting late in NZ, so I'm now having an internal battle with myself. Sleep versus watching the Adelaide Track Classic. Sleep, Track Classic. It's easy. Track Classic it up. Got plenty of time to sleep.
You can sleep tomorrow.
Look at those mugs.
Now, 400 metre hurdles. They're behind their blocks down here, and we're not far away from a start. Conditions are absolutely perfect for 400 metre hurdling, I've got to say.
Just got a tweet here from Ben Kongbat, actually, streaming the Adelaide Track Classic. Any chance of a comeback for Ollie on the track? I don't know, mate. Not sure. We'll see. I'm quite enjoying them out in the commentary box with these lads.
Well,
so,
mate, you enjoy a 400 metre hurdles, that's for sure.
Oh, I don't know about the hurdles. The 400 metre flat, definitely. But here's the start list now, boys.
Yes, there we go. Tommy Robertson on the inside from Victoria, joined by Alexander Schaefer. Robbie Broadhead from South Australia and then New Zealand. Michael Cochrane, he'll be looking for a qualifier. Lee Bennett from New South Wales, Jack Bengal, and on the outside, Nick Fuller. So we've got 3 New South Welshmen. We've got Victorian, South Australian, and a New Zealander there as well.
Yeah. We've had a very multinational field in the men's 400 hurdles. I can give you a few little stats here. So Lee Bennett from Mingara on the Central Coast of New South Wales. He ran 51.28 in Canberra, and a big shout out to his mum Bernadette, who's a regular at Newey Park Run now. Robert Broadhead, he's from Mildura, and a big gathering up there watching and cheering him on, and he's looking for a great run as well. Michael Cochrane, 49.72 is his PB. He'll need to beat that to get the New Zealand World Champs qualifying time. He was first in Hobart, first in Canberra, so he looks the man to beat. And some good news, boys. The John Akibua fans out there. Jack Bangle from New South Wales. Guess what his middle name is?
Aki.
Anthony.
Andrew.
Oh, he is.
There he is on camera.
J-A-B.
So he's JAB.
And Ollie, he'd never heard of John Akibua, so you're going to have to give him an education.
Oh, mate, is he even... I'm struggling to comprehend how a 400 hurdler like this cannot know who John Akibua is.
Well, it's the new generation, Ollie. They need you to take them under their wing. Now, here's Mel Breen. What's she talking about?
Well, there we go. Australia's fastest ever 100-metre sprinter in the women's category is Melissa Breen. She says, #Can Talk, Ollie Worm, Mr. Dave Robbo and Silas Moss. Great coverage of field and track events tonight. Well, Breenie, we hope you're enjoying it over there. Good luck tomorrow and for the rest of the season. And you've got that qualifier for the Beijing. Look forward to you continuing to lower those times over the season and get closer to that elusive 11 flat. Who knows, Ollie?
Who knows, mate? She's putting in the hard yards and working on her 200, and I assume she's thinking she's working on a 200 at speed endurance, and that's going to translate into a pretty good end of her 100-metre race. So
we saw at Canberra, she definitely gained a bit on Sally Pearson.
Yeah.
In that, and she said, and one thing Breenie had mentioned that just changing things up this year.
Yeah, her and her coach, Matty B, I think just changing the timing of when they want her performing at her best, and I'm sure it'll all come together for her. So we've got Emma Philippe here on the runway, and the men's 400-metre hurdles ready to go. Lane 1 is vacant there, Robbo. So
yes, keeping it free in honour.
Did you like that little balance that went on there from Emma? I liked it. Here she goes. Oh, we're not meant to talk, are we?
No.
I don't know. Here we go. Quiet.
Oh!
It's not us. It's not us.
Unfortunately, not tonight. Just a quick correction as well. I mentioned before Lee Bennett. He switched clubs. He's not on at Mingara anymore. He wears the proud purple of Macquarie Hunter club up in Newcastle.
Do you reckon they headhunted him down there, boys? What's the people?
Pretty sure they would have.
There you go. Well, what do they offer him, I wonder? A singlet? Bit of headhunting going around.
Headbands.
Dinner at Mossy's house.
Yeah, well, we managed to get Tom Gamble there at Oldmore Burnians. So he ran the Victorian champs in the 401 and they ran 41.07. So we headhunted Tom Gamble down to the Oldmore Burnians, and some of the Doncaster boys perhaps suggested we paid for him to come down, but he just joined because he loves OMAC. Anyway, we're here now for the 400-metre hurdles, and the one to watch is the New Zealander, Michael Cochrane. And Cochrane is coming out of lane 5. The New Zealander spent a lot of time here in Australia. And they're away. Robertson from the inside, Schaefer, Broadhead, Cochrane, Bennett, Bangle and Fuller. Off to a good start early on. And you can see the New Zealander running well down the back straight. Jack Bangle is running well, as is Lee Bennett. But the New Zealander, he's a class athlete as he looks to negotiate the 5th hurdle there as he goes through. Bennett running a good race there from New South Wales, and some of the local athletes running very well. But the New Zealanders in the lead with Bennett chasing after him. Jack Bangle, JAB running well, and Nick Fuller also running well. But into the home straight, it's the Kiwi. He's had his fish and chips. Here he goes. Can he get under that 50-second barrier tonight? He's got a big lead now. Michael Cochrane running a superb race here. Lee Bennett coming home over him. And on the outside, Bangle running well. And one of the local boys there. But a good win there from the New Zealander, Michael Cochrane.
And looking up well there. Quite often you see the 400 hurdles. Everyone's buckled over. It's a grueling event. And he spends a lot of time on the Australian Athletics Tour. As we said, a massive shout out to our mates over there in New Zealand who I think they did pretty well in the cricket the other day against England.
Oh, Tim Southey absolutely tore them apart, and McCullum came out just smacking them for fun, really. So it's pretty impressive from the New Zealanders. I think they're one of the dark horses for the Cricket World Cup.
Can they handle the pressure, though, when it's really on?
Don't know. The Aussies certainly can, though.
Jamie Scroop And she clears it. And that's 4:25, equaling her PB, which she set in Perth last week.
You ripper.
Oh, look at that. Good to see her happy after her first jump. She wasn't happy at all. High fives everywhere.
Look at that.
This is what it's about.
Great work.
Boys, we're not far away from the 800 metres A race. I'm getting excited, boys.
I'm getting tingles. I'm getting tingles. That's for sure.
Indeed. So we've got the A race, but before that, of course, we have got the men's B race. So some good athletes not getting a run in the A race tonight, but some good depth here, and we can see Vicky Parnov on the runway. Can she clear 4 metres 25? And Vicky Parnov's clear at 4 metres 25. A bit of relief there for Vicky.
Oh, look at that.
Just lying there, going, I've done it.
Yeah, it's always good to get one that you're after, that's for sure. And I tell you what, we do have the winner of the men's 400-metre hurdles. It's Michael Cochran, and he's down with Robbo trackside for a post-run interview.
Thank you very much, Mossy. I'm here with Michael Cochran of New Zealand, and he's all smiles. He's had his third win on the tour here at the Australian Athletics Tour. Always a little bit cruel interviewing these guys so soon after they finish, but mate, you got a big smile on your face, and that felt fast.
Felt very fast. Haven't heard the time, but hopefully PB. Felt like a PB. Good track, good conditions. Yeah. Happy.
All right, we'll just wait for that word to filter through, and hopefully there'll be celebrations back home in New Zealand.
Yeah.
What's your next event? There's some races kicking off in New Zealand starting in Auckland this week.
Yeah, so I'll be pacing the 800 there, and then New Zealand Nationals week after, and then back over for Sydney.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, predict it for us. What was your time?
49.3.
All right, there you go. That'll get the job done. Mate, we'll wait and see. We'll keep you posted on the live stream. Big thanks to everyone watching in New Zealand.
Thanks.
And good luck in Auckland on Thursday. And yeah, we'll catch you soon, mate.
Cool. Thanks for that.
Cheers. Back up to you guys.
Thanks very much there, Robbo. Another one over the bar.
Not quite.
Is that Kennedy?
That is Philippe.
Philippe, is it?
I believe. We'll wait for confirmation there.
Hey, look.
And boys, we've got the Javelin starting very soon as well. So I've just seen Alex Rowe. It's really looks like a fascinating 800-metre showdown tonight. And Jeff Risey just popping in the equation. Bit of the X factor.
Now here we go. We've got 5 competitors in the javelin throw tonight. Madeline Hogan from Victoria. One of our Chinese competitors there is Li Lingwei. We had 2 come over here, but Li Lingwei's the only one that's been consistently coming into action. Victoria Peters from New Zealand. And then we've got 2 of our triple Ks. Catherine Mitchell from Victoria. Ballarat indeed. And she'll be looking to get one over Kelsey Lee Roberts. That's going to be a classic battle over the next couple of weeks. Both these girls have thrown the world qualifier for the World Championships. So Catherine Mitchell and bronze medalist from last year's Commonwealth Games, Kelsey Lee Roberts. And they'll be coming at us very shortly. And the athlete to watch there is Kelsey Lee Roberts. As we said there, Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, and the personal best there, 63.92. I was fortunate enough to have her in the car with Mossy, a segment we have on Run, Jump, Chuck. And she was very entertaining and fun, bubbly girl, and she's very driven. I said, what's the ultimate goal? And she said, 2020 will be podium. It's pretty confident, isn't it?
Yeah,
at
well,
the Olympics. And just for the men's 800-metre B final, you can see the list there. Hugh Nicholson, Sam Russell, Bryce Watkins, Jordan Hewitt, Mark Kenny, Michael Heron, Mitchell Thompson, and the South Australian Harry May.
Michael Nishki to run the pace here. So he's on the outside there wearing the number 9, and should be a good race here. And look, Bryce Watkins, a very good South Australian 800-metre runner. He'll be one to watch here. And I think a lot of the crowd really looking forward to seeing the race after this, which will see Alex Rowe line up in the 800 metres, the equal Australian record holder. So on the way to becoming a bit of a legend of the sport. And no doubt when David Radisha arrives here in Australia, those two are going to have some great battles who really push Alex, and hopefully we might even see him break the record. But they're away in the 800 metres B race. Nishki is the pacemaker, and he's going to lead the field out. And they're going to head down the back straight. So Nishki taking the field through. And looks like Jordan Hewitt there, starting to make his way, sitting in second. Bryce Watkins is in third as they go through 200 metres there. Nishki doing the pacemaking duties tonight. He's obviously spoken to a few of the boys. And they'll have set a time here they want to go through. Haven't got the split clock available down there. Hewitt running very well there. Jordan Hewitt, one of the local boys, in second. And Mitchell Thompson sitting in third spot there, with Bryce Watkins sitting on him. Hugh Nicholson starts to make his move from the Tasmanian Institute of Sport. The pacemaker will jump off the track right about now and leave the boys with around 350 metres to go. So they're about to head down the back straight, and it is Jordan Hewitt, the local boy, in the lead. And starting to make his move is Hugh Nicholson, running very well with 200 metres to go. So Jordan Hewitt about to get overtaken by Hugh Nicholson here as he makes his move around Jordan Hewitt. Bryce Watkins, he's still up there, and also running well is Sam Russell. So the South Australians really prominent here. In the home straight now, it's Nicholson, Hewitt on his outside. And here comes Mark Kenny as well. Mark Kenny with a late burst, puts it into overdrive and says, see you later. And a great, perfectly timed run there from Mark Kenny is going to see him take out the 800 metres B race. We'll get those time and official placings for you shortly, but no doubt about a winner there, Mark Kenny. Great run from him there, Mossy.
Absolutely, and that's the prelude to the big one, the men's 800 metres, where we're coming up with the equal national record holder and a couple of guys who are chasing down his tail as well. So looking forward to that one. And as we turn our attention back to the men's 800 metre B, you can see here in the final straight, it was a nice little challenge there by the boys.
Yeah, Nicholson looked good, and here comes Kenny now.
Yeah, look at Kenny, just flying.
Just a couple of cracks of the whip and unleashed.
He's still going, though.
Yeah. Great performance there, and we've got the women's pole vault. The athletes starting to get into the business end. The women's shot put, the girls are warming up. Women's long jump there down the back straight, so we'll try to fill you in as soon as possible.
And I think we might have a... Here we go.
Jess Penny there.
Look at that Dave Robbo in the background.
Yeah, he's just there lurking.
And it looks like we might have I think this is a personal best attempt. We're not meant to talk. But Jamie Scroop from South Australia.
Just trying to get confirmation of where the bar is at. I've got a feeling it's at 4 metres 35. And we can see the 800 metre athletes out there. Big Jeff Risley, he's going to be a really interesting runner to watch tonight in the fluoro yellow colours. Josh Ralph as well, and Alex Rowe. He's in good form. Peter Bowl as well, he's had a great season.
Hasn't he, what?
He's really on the way up. Timus Harrick, it's actually one of the better fields we've seen for a while. And Mossy, the start list coming your way shortly.
Oh, look at this. Here we go. The South Australian, Jess Trengove's boyfriend, looking to take down the South Australian record, Dylan Stenson. He's only been new to the sport. He is a rising star. Peter Bowl from Western Australia, and here we go. Jeff Risley, multiple national championship winner. His personal best is 144.48, which is just 8.08, rather, off Alexander Rowe, and the national record at 22 years of age. Josh Ralph, current national champion, returning from injury after Glasgow, 23 years of age, the Sydney sider, I tell you what, he's going to be hard to beat if he's there and thereabouts in the final 200 metres. Coming from a 400-metre sprinter, he definitely has the pace. Jared West, another one of our Bahamas relay champions for Australia there. His personal best is 1:46.90. We've also got Brad Mathis from New Zealand, 3-time national champion. And Eddie Vining from Victoria. And our athlete to watch, well, how could you not go past this bloke? Alexander Rowe, Victorian, born in 92, PB equaling Ralph Dobell's national 800-metre record at 1:44.40. And he has also been a national champion. So we have 3 in the field here, Risley, Rowe, Ralph, who have been national champions in the past. You see there, Rowe on the right. He's already got a World Championship qualifier. And
yes.
This is just tantalising. Can they get it underway, please?
This is, for me, one of the highlights of the night. This is going to be an absolutely classic race. And Alex Rowe really has shown his form. But this race is going to unfold a bit differently. Basically, when they went in Canberra, they went through in 50.8. That was the instruction of the pacemaker. Tonight, they've instructed to go through in 52 seconds. So it will change dynamics a little bit, change perhaps a bit more of a sit and kick race. And we'll see how that plays. We know Jeff Risley, very, very fit, probably runs a better 1500 than Alex Rowe. And Ralph comes from more the 400-metre background, a 4.8 runner. So 3 great athletes, different builds, different strengths, different weaknesses, going head-to-head tonight. And the crowd is looking forward to this. And as mentioned, the World Championship qualifying standard, 1:46.0. So that's very likely if they get it right tonight.
Oh, Jamie Scroop couldn't make it over the bar there. 4:35.
And the meet record here is by William Chair, 1:45.15. Chair.
Cheer, the red and the white. Of course, the Mighty Swans.
Yes, mate, indeed.
I like this one. Tom O'Shaughnessy's come in and said, love listening to Ollie Worm talk about the old Melburnians club. Says, who are we signing next?
It's a good question. I thought about that. I'd love to get Johnny Stephenson amongst the club. You know, he's just the sort of bloke we need to spice things up. The old Melburnians, you know.
Yeah.
So he lives in South Yarra now, which is where we're headquartered. You never know. Johnny Steff might be watching. He might want to come out for 4x4. We're ready now in the 800 metres. They are away on the outside. The pacemaker is going to be Brett Fisk. We see Risley, Rowe and Ralph looking for their position early. And on the inside there, Dylan Stenson, the local boy, he'll not want to get pushed around. He wants to get his position there. We see Risley making his move to get up there to the lead, and the pacemakers trying to get through. So they go through 200 now in around 25.3. The pacemaker gets to lead now. Brad Mathis there in New Zealand sits in second. Eddie Vining is there in third. Dylan Stenson in fourth. Jeff Risley is well positioned, as is Timus Harrick. We see Alex Rowe is positioned a bit further back today, so he's going to run this race differently, and he's going to have to come perhaps from the back to swoop. Josh Ralph is behind him as we're about to go through now. The clock, they go through, 51.7 is the time. So Rowe with some work to do, Ralph as well, and Peter Bowl might just be feeling it after the 4x4 he ran earlier for his state. But looks like the New Zealander, Brad Mathis, down the back straight. He's in the lead. Stenson's trying to go with him. Here comes Alex Rowe. He's starting to make his move down the back straight. Alex Rowe latches onto the back of Risley. Ralph still with some work to do. Jared West running a great race out there, but here comes Risley and Rowe from the back as well. The New Zealander, Brad Mathis. Risley gets in a second. Jared West, what a run from him. He's well positioned now, and the fluoro singlet of Risley gets out. Can Rowe come over the top of him? Here comes Risley. He gets to the lead. Alex Rowe's going with him. Risley unleashes. Risley gets the lead, and Risley is going to take out this 800 metres, and he says to the crowd, look at me, everyone. Look at me. What a run there from Jeff Risley. Defeats Alex Rowe. And great run there from Jared West. As another classic encounter there with Jeff Risley turning the tables. We saw the race run differently today. A bit slower they went through. Alex Rowe positioned a bit further back. And a great run there from Jeff Risley.
Lots of excitement around the crowd there, Ollie. Great call and a great win there for the Victorian Jeff Risley. Here he comes for a big salute to the crowd and a great statement and a great win from him. And Alex Rowe settling for second tonight. And we aren't getting the official times through just yet. We'll get them through as quick as we can. Apologies that the clock's not working. I can tell you, using my iPhone, hand timing, 146.22, if that's worth anything. So we'll place how close I get.
There's Jared West there in the Adidas replay, and Risley goes straight past him. Alex Rowe trying to go with him, and but Risley just strong there. He's fit and runs away with it.
Very, very happy indeed, young Jeff. He always likes to put those hands in the air when he gets the W. He got one over in the Hunter this year as well, in the 3,000, I think it was. You see him there talking to Benny Offrens in the background. And the women's shot put about
competitors
to be announced. We've got Yasenika Denithalthal from New South Wales. Well, this is her second event of the evening, Ollie. She's been over there in the Hammer. Taswegian Rebecca Doreen, I'm pretty sure she did as well. They just keep backing up. Elizabeth Jackson from South Australia, and also there is Alifatel Jibril, and your current national champion, Commonwealth Games representative from Victoria. You see her there in the pink is Kim Mulhall.
Yeah, Kimmy Mulhall, one to watch here.
Nice little hairdo she's got going on there as well.
Yep, yeah, looking good. So should be looking to get a win here as we look at the pole vault here. The local girl, the bar is at 4 metres 35.
Come on, Jamie. We see another one of our pole vaulters, the men, Joel Pocklington, just walked past the booth here, lurking about.
And I've made it back in time to call Jamie Scroop again. The bar's at 4:35 here in the women's pole vault. Let's see what the South Australian can do.
Here she is, in front of a home crowd. Scroop. Oh, she's hit it with her feet.
Just mistimed it. So there you go. And boys, rounds completed in the women's long jump. Have you had any results through there?
No, I haven't had anything through at the moment, but have you got anything for me?
I can, mate. I went hunting, and I can tell you after 2 rounds, well, Chelsea Jench put out her best, 6:35 in the second round, and that was in response to Brooke Stratton's 6:40 in the first round, and Brooke fouled with a second. Jench 6:29. Talia Scott, 5:72 is her best. Karina Minko, 5:13, so she's in the mix. And Jodie Elkington, 4:03. And Na Anang, 6:11. So we'll keep you posted there. That's the women's long jump over on the back straight.
Good stuff there, Robbo. And I've got the men's 800 metre results. A good win there to Jeff Risley, 1:46.52. Alexander Rowe in second place, 1:47.36. Jared West in third, 1:47.78. So good running there from the boys, Mossy.
Yeah, we can see there that David Radisha's all-comers record remains at 1:43.15.
That's quick.
Yes, I don't think we'll be seeing that. Actually, we might see that getting beaten in a couple of weeks, mate.
You never know, mate.
Well, it won't be here, but yes. Great to see, and I'm sure David Radisha, you'll be watching the live stream, mate. Massive shout out there.
Yeah, I'm actually friends with them on LinkedIn. We're connected, so we're moving the same networks, David and I.
Is that the David Radisha?
It is. It's the David Radisha. So we're connected. We're networking together. So if you need anything while here in Australia, happy to help out.
Yeah, I don't think we're connected. Don't think you've accepted my.
I'm surely.
Here goes Parnov on the runway, not to be. She bails out of that attempt. And we're going to see if we can catch up with Jeff Risley, the winner of the men's 800 metres. It was a hugely pumped-up race. Had the theme music at the start. It had all the excitement, the crowd. There was a deathly hush around the crowd at the start there. And we'll be able to have a chat with Jeff Risley, the Victorian, see how he analysed that race. So not quite a World Champs qualifier tonight, but one big statement, and Jeff means business, keeping his options open in the 8 and the 15.
And here we go. We've got Kelsey Lee Roberts on the runway.
Oh, let's go, Kelsey.
Over.
Let's go, let's go.
Just a little bit short of that mark. She already has a World Championships qualifier, and that'll be over the 55-metre mark. We'll get to that as soon as we can. So, yep.
61's what they're chasing, and that's what we want. Let's go, girls. So a little bit of a hush on the track at the moment, and it's all about the field as we see some more action here in the women's pole vault. The bar's at 4:35. And that's a great clearance there.
4:35.
Vicky Parnov. We've got the women's shot put. It's underway. We've got the women's long jump happening in the back straight. The women's javelin throw happening as well. So plenty to keep you interested here tonight in Adelaide. And stick around because we've still got plenty to come to see out the night. If you're into your middle distance running, then you're in for an absolute treat.
Yes, absolutely. We've got the women's 1,500 metre, which should be a belter, followed by the 3,000 metres in the women, also the men. But that women's, here we go here, getting things underway. The B race.
So down the back straight, we've got the 1,500 metres there.
No, this is the 1,500 metre A race, correct?
It is. So Bridget Connolly is our pacemaker, and going with her early on is Melissa Duncan. So she's, I guess, made it clear she's going to go with the pacemaker, and Melissa Duncan there sits very nicely in second. Jenny Blundell sits well positioned in third with Kelly Hetherington behind her, and Trishelle Kingdom well poised. So there's a few girls there decided not to go with the early move that Melissa Duncan has made here, as she's almost looking to go past the pacemaker here. The pacemaker, Bridget Connolly, one of the local girls.
And she's just streaking away there. We saw Lissy Duncan with a similar style going out at the Canberra Track Classic. And she's just absolutely in front at the moment, going with the pacemaker, but we'll see if she can hold on. Look at that, just so far away.
This is exactly what she did in Canberra. Made an early move, but this is absolutely a massive early move, and be interesting to see how she's going to handle it here in the last 300 metres or so of the race. But the pacemaker's really set it up, and Melissa Duncan's gone with her, and there's a good 40 or 50 metres back to the other athletes who have got a bit of work to do if they're going to catch Melissa Duncan here. So Melissa Duncan, a bold effort here, as we see in the pole vault there. Vicky Parnov trying to get the crowd behind her.
See there, Lissy Duncan, she's by far the fastest in the field with at Glasgow, 4:05.76, and she's got what I would say 60 metres maybe on the pack.
Yeah, she's well in front of Jenny Blundell, who's in second. Hetherington sitting in third. Trishelle Kingdom in fourth. So very well positioned, these girls, and they've got to time their run well here because Melissa Duncan's run away.
Unbelievable. This is like Steve Prefontaine out in front. That's the only way to run.
This is exactly what it is. Straight out in front, and basically she's put this to the competitors. I'm going to go at my own pace. See you later.
And this, I guess this is the plan from and the instructions from coach Philo Saunders. He'll be watching back home in the ACT. But she has, this will be close to the length of the straight by the time she crosses here with a lap to go. I'm interested to see how Bridie Delaney, Trishelle Kingdom, how they can run here. It's just a matter of holding on in that pack and seeing what they can bring home. So, but it's all Lissy Duncan. A PB of 4:05.76. She ran 4:11 in Canberra, and she is running as if she's possessed here.
She's in a race of her own, well in front, Melissa Duncan. I don't know if they can get to her, but now Bridie Delaney said, I've got to make my move now to have any chance to get to her. Still sitting in second is Jenny Blundell, but with 300 metres to go, Melissa Duncan She's run a superb race here. Can she hold on? Because the other athletes, they're starting to make their move, but it might just be a bit too late. Because with 250 metres to go, Melissa Duncan's looking very strong.
This is unbelievable, boys.
It's a 1,500-metre time trial. Her training partner, Brittany McGowan, ran an 800-metre time trial last night. Reports are she ran a 2:03 and then finished off the session. Lissy Duncan is destroying the field here, and it's going to be really interesting to see what time she can set here.
Absolutely massive. 120 metres to go, Melissa Duncan. She's starting to get a bit tired, but this is a decisive move. She has absolutely annihilated the field here, and she made the move early. She's made this race hers, and she's going to absolutely clean up by a good 60 metres here with some great running in second place with Trishelle Kingdom. Good to see her back on the scene. Bridie Delaney looks like she's going to get third, and Kelly Hetherington is going to settle there for fourth. But our winner, Melissa Duncan, boys.
Wow, Lissy Duncan
class
out there. Look at that.
The other girls are going, wow, you run us ragged.
Well, the beauty for her is that she finished so long ago compared to them that she can just, walk up, give you a handshake. And that, my friends, is as good as you get. I haven't seen that on the tour. I have not seen that for quite some time. As we see here, looks like it's Peters on the runway, launching it out. And that's a nice throw from her. Get things underway. I think it might be the second round.
So the men's 200 is not far away. A great 1,500 metre race we just saw then. I think Robbo has got a special guest very shortly.
Well, we'd hope so.
Actually, I'm joined with Jeff Risley, but we want to see this next throw in the Javelin if it's happening. Kelsey Lee Roberts. Jeff loves his Javelin, I know.
They used to call him Javelin Jeff back home.
Well, he's done a bit of high jump. Have you ever done much javelin throwing, Jeff?
I could never get the end of the jab to stay in the ground, so I used to do big lopey ones and
didn't work.
Yeah, I'm the middle distance skinny shot put champ though of the Knox Athletics Club, so must be the big guns I've got.
All right, well here you go, mate. Here's a crack at it. Kelsey Lee Roberts on the runway. Talk us through this.
Do you reckon we could get half her distance or not?
Oh, I was happy with 30 metres back.
Do you reckon we could do a relay? Like measure both our throws and see if we come out on top.
What's that, boys?
That's a good throw there from Kelsey Lee.
All right. Well, we're going to have a chat with Jeff Risley after he's analysed the women's javelin comp there. Mate, you're still blowing there, but a great run. Saw the customary Risley celebration at the end there. We saw that at the Hunter.
Yeah.
But, mate, all went to plan tonight?
Yeah, no, it did, and, you know, you got to enjoy it, and that's why we run. So, you know, it's tough. You go to Europe and you don't get many of these opportunities, so kind of got to make the most of them. But, yeah, look, it played out, you know, the way I wanted it to, and I knew that Rowe wasn't going to go for it. Doesn't need to now, you know, around 145.3 the other day, so I just kind of felt that if I could be in front of him at 600 to go and I still had some legs underneath me, I'd be really hard to get around. And you know, I think it was 53 first lap and I've run 53 for the second, and you know, we've been doing a lot of aerobic work and I'm just really strong, and I knew that, you know, I'd be able to maintain in that second lap, and I'd be it's sort of, I got a bit of a shock really when I was, you know, 30 metres to go, and I kind of heard the commentators say I was pretty clear, and yeah, got to enjoy it a bit.
Enjoy it, yeah. Make sure you do. Now, next week, Vic Champs, you line up for that?
No, I was. Me and my boys, Zach Paddo and James Hanson, were going to turn up there. But look, I just felt I really needed an anaerobic blowout tonight, and that's what this race was. And you know, I probably wasn't going to quite get it at Vic Champs, so I've come here instead, and I'll go and be coach for next weekend at the Vic Champs, and hopefully the boys can go well.
Good. Well, if anyone needs any javelin coaching, they can call on you as well.
Yeah. Well, I'll teach them how to get massive in the gym.
There you go.
That's my goal after running. I'm going to just turn into like a big unit. I'm just going to eat eggs and protein, and that's all my diet's going to be.
Perfect. There you go. An insight into Jeff Risley. His book's coming out soon.
Yeah, me and Kane Willie, we're going to get on the gym, on the iron.
All right. There's more action to go. I'm going to send it back up to the boys. That's Jeff Risley.
Yeah, so well done, Jeff. Taking it out there in a 146.52 over Rowie with a 147.36. Jared West 147.78. And Josh Ralph was down the pecking order there in 6th position with a 148.67. Not a bad way to get things underway. Still a bit of work to do, but yeah, he'll be right come Nationals.
And I'm not sure if you managed to see the times there for the women's 1500. The unofficial time I saw was 4:10 and 4:10 and a half. So we'll await the official results in that race, and we'll hopefully have a chat with Lissy Duncan shortly as well. But it's an absolute fields event extravaganza at the moment. Might be time for me to run off and get some updates.
Alana Boyd on the runway, and the bar is at 4 metres 50. She's not clear at that attempt, so still some work to do for the pole vaulters.
Just a tweet's come in from Nick Bromley. Hey, Nick, how you going, bud?
Oh, here we go.
He said, the first time I met Ollie Worm was in Adelaide. He got a yellow card for bad language at the championships.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's not?
No, I don't think it's true. We
I don't know.
We did the club championships, and there may have been some other disqualifications I won't go into, but I certainly didn't swear at the meet. I think he's misheard or something. Or
it wouldn't be like Nick Bromley to make something up like that.
I know.
G'day, Brom Dog.
Brom Dog.
Hope you're enjoying it out there, bud.
One of the good men of athletics.
Yeah, like him. Like him. And
we've got not far away to the women's 3,000 metres as well. One interesting athlete to watch is Zoe Buckman, and I've been speaking to her housemate, Hayley Tomlinson, who's given me a bit of insight and told me that Zoe has been meticulous in her preparation, and she's in good nick. So Hayley's given me the inside word that Zoe Buckman might be one to watch tonight, and no doubt Hayley will be watching it back in Melbourne there, but looks like Liz Parnov, she's about to have a crack at 4 metres 50. Get the crowd behind her. They're all clapping. She wants this.
Go on, Liz.
Here she goes. Liz Parnov. Nah, couldn't get over that one, unfortunately. But we've got the men's 200 metres coming up. Big Mossy.
Big Mossy, that's me. And unfortunately, I couldn't make the starting lineup for this one. But yeah, look, the men's 200 metres, we have a couple of the fastest guys this season in this one. You can see there in lane 1 from Singapore, Elfie Mustafa. Willie Johns from Victoria will be in 2. Now, this man here, got a lot of time for him over the Commonwealth Games there. He's the fastest man this season, over 400 metres. He's in the 2 tonight, Craig Burns. Ben Jaworski from New South Wales, well, he's already run. And Alexander Hartman, who has the season's best so far. He has been running the house down. We saw he was equal first in the 100, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Nicholas Boylett from Queensland. And he's been an absolute stalwart in the last couple of years. And further down we have is Wallace Long-Scafidi from South Australia, Luke Grimley and Benjamin Hayward from Queensland.
Fortunately. Got the men's 200, so class field assembled there. We will try to get you some live results as soon as possible from the women's long jump. Haven't got the live results up here at the moment, unfortunately, so apologies to those at home. The long jump tonight's on the other side of the track. So we sent Robbo over there on a bit of a mission, so we'll see what he comes back with. But a good 200-metre field here, and Alex Hartman's been in great form, the Queenslander. We'll see how big Craig Burns goes over the 200 metres. So about ready to go in the men's 200 metres. They're away, off to a good start on the outside. Was Nick Boylett running well on the inside of him is Alex Hartman. Had a great run in Canberra the other night. Running well, Jaworski as well from New South Wales, and Craig Burns, the big fella, starting to get into his running. It's Hartman the lead, Craig Burns on the inside. The two Queenslanders, Boylett on the outside running well, but Hartman gets to the lead, and Alex Hartman takes out the 200 metres here at the Adelaide Track Classic.
Queensland, Queensland, Queensland.
The trifecta for the Queenslanders.
And that's one to watch is Hartman v Boylett over the season, the 200 metres. Hartman, that's 3 out of 3. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, great running there from the boys in the 200 metres. Nick Boylett ran a great race there, but can see coming off the bend in the Adidas replay, Craig Burns looked like he was just looming up there, and I thought he'd come home, but a great run from Hartman. Boylet on the outside ran very well through the line. Be interesting to see what times they do get there, but no doubt about our winner, who's in great form at the moment, Alex Hartman.
Don't forget to join in the conversation, hashtag Summer of Aths. I can tell you a little bit of an update in the field from the women's shot put. Yasenika Denethauthal, third attempt at 13.43 is her best so far. From Tasmania, Rebecca Doreen, she's thrown out a 13.76. 12.02 for Elizabeth Jackson, the local girl. Massive 14.40 from Alafautal Jibril, and Kim Mulhall with a 14.02. So leading so far is Alafautal Jibril, Kim Mulhall in second place, and in third is Rebecca Doreen.
So Liz Parnov not clear there at 4.50. .21.07 looks like the official time there in the 200 metres for Alex Hartman. 21.07.
And just keeping you up to date with the long jump, just after 2 rounds, that's what we've got here. Jodie Elkington, 4.03. Na Anang, hers is best of 6.11. Karina Minko with a 6.13. Great to see these girls getting up over 6. Talisa Scott with a 5.72. We'll see Catherine Mitchell here just launching one out. Go, Kath, get it out there. It's not a bad one. Very good. Just coming back to the shot put, to the long jump. Yes, Chelsea Yench with a 6.35. Brooke Stratton with a 6.40 in the first round. And I think we've sent Robbo over there, haven't we?
He's over there. He's lurking, so we'll report back shortly. The tweets are coming in left, right and centre, so it's good to see everyone at home getting around it as we see Alana Boyd trying to get the crowd behind her as the bar is at 4.50 metres. So we see a bit of action there in the women's long jump.
Here's Alana Boyd on the runway in the pole vault.
Not quite clear at 4.50 metres there for Alana Boyd. Looks disappointed there.
And we've had a tweet in from Daniel Balassoni. Said, anyone in the stadium get a clock on Lissy Duncan in the 1500, mate? Well, you must have been reading my mind. I just wanted to give you a couple of those there. Melissa Duncan with a 4:10.56. It's a 4:10.56. Not quite the meet record, which was 4:10.09. Trishelle Kingdom from the Central Coast with a 4:15.82. And Bridie Delaney, both of them part of the Scott Westcott crew training up in Newcastle. She had a 4:16.10, and Kelly Hetherington was a 4:16.42. So just Melissa Duncan out in front, 5 seconds clear in front of the field with a 4:10.56.
And Yench is clear, gets a good jump out there on the runway. She looks very happy with that.
White flag up.
So we'll see if we can get the results as soon as possible.
So we saw Alex Hartman take out the 200 with a 21.07, and he did have a minus tailwind. He was fine there. So Alex Hartman taking out his third 200 metres for the season. There she is. I said I'd say it to her tonight, and she said she loves it. It's the princess of the pit, Brooke Stratton. Concentration.
There's Tom Gamble just coming up to the commentary box, just lurking around. So good to see one of AMAC's finest. Ran well in the 100 metres there, dead heated for the victory there, 10.44.
And there's Dave Robbo. Look at him. Hard to pick out in a crowd, Dave Robbo, isn't he?
Yeah, you can always see him just lurking.
He's easy. Let's say Sally Pearson picked him out.
The headband.
Yes, that's right. I'm sure it got plenty of use there. There's Benny Offrens.
Just having a chat there with Vicky Parnov as we're pretty much close to our 2 final events of the night. It's the Barefoot Podiatry 3,000 metres for the men and the McGregor family 3,000 metres for the women. So we'll get the start list up shortly for that event.
And here we go for the men. Tim Norton from Victoria. Jack Rayner, he's a Vic as well. A couple of South Australian guys. Look at this. Will McCann, Lockie Scott, Riley Shaw and Max Stevens, who I had coffee with this morning. And go to all the Stevens family out there. Andy Buchanan from Victoria. One of our other competitors. Stuart McSewan, Victoria. Bryce Cole Clark from New South Wales. Sean Guinea, or it might be Guiney rather, from Victoria. Reece Jones from South Australia. Jack Holden. And the 2 Cox boys, Jacob and Riley. Always great to see them battle out. Matthew Clark as well. As we make our way down to the final couple here. Guy Walters from New South Wales. He's also out of the Westcott stables. And Matt Ferber, Mitchell Dyer, Paul Morgan and Ryan Grieger for this event coming up here at the Adelaide Track Classic. So we've got the women's 3, the men's 3, followed by the women's 3, which will feature Jess Trengove, amongst other stars. Coach Wolsey, Brooke Stratz jumps a World Champs A qualifier, 6.73. Well, there you go. That'll do me. 6.73. You know what? That's a PB as well while it's at it.
A massive jump there for Brooke Stratton. And she's been in very good form, particularly after the injury she did have, and she's come back fitter, faster, and you can see she's jumping better than ever. So credit to her and her coach, her dad there, Russell, and he's done great stuff there. And good to see Brooke on the runway, jumping well, and 6.73 will be a big relief for her. Massive big PB for her, and onwards and upwards. We see Katrina Minko there, the other Victorian athlete, on the runway, getting ready. So the athletes are getting ready for the Barefoot Podiatry 3,000 metres for men. The pace is going to be set by Matthew Clark, South Australia.
So Riley Cox just jumping in the background there. So 3,000 metres coming up here. And of course it's the Barefoot Podiatry 3,000 metres. And don't forget to continue those tweets coming in, guys. Fantastic to have you part of the stream tonight. And here we go, Sam Baines. He's come in and he said, first time I met Ollie Worm, he got yellow carded for stealing yogurts from the AIS dining hall. Naughty boy, fact or fiction?
Oh, I didn't get yellow carded, but it's fact, yep.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Thank you very much, Sam Baines, mate. Mainesy, can't wait to see you on the rest of the tour, champ. And if anyone else has got some inside information on Ollie G. Worm, I'd like to hear more about it. Of course, you can follow Ollie with all his insightive tweets.
Yeah, they're going to come left, right and centre now. People will be on there. People we haven't seen for years or months.
And I'll just give you very quickly the results of the women's... What have we got here? We'll come back to that one. Sorry, mate.
So I've got the 3,000 metres on the track ready to go very shortly. And good to see a local company getting behind this event, Barefoot Podiatry. And it looks like we've got 22 athletes ready to go for this event.
It's a massive field here. A lot of local boys in it as well. Got a good distance culture over here. Coach Adam Diddick from Team Tempo. He'll be out in the crowd. Just had a few of his runners going. He'll have a few in this one as well.
The national record for the 3,000 metres Craig Mottram, 7:32.19. That is moving from Craig Mottram.
He was a pretty decent runner in his time, wasn't he?
He was a class athlete.
Buster Mottram. What a champion.
Indeed.
So there the boys already, just in the hands of the starter almost. Look at those officials just coming across. Great tucking in of the shirts there, guys and girls. Brilliant stuff. Here we go.
So they're away now, and Matthew Clark is going to be the athlete who takes the pace here tonight. As mentioned, the national record here, 7:32.19, and one to watch here, probably Brenton Rowe, Victorian athlete, now competes for Austria. He's got the current national lead for 2015 as he clocked 8:13.79, so he'll be very prominent, particularly towards the end of the race here. And you boys, you probably you've run a few 3,000 metres in your time.
I ran a 5,000 this morning.
5,000 metres, holy.
Yeah. Went sub 24, 23:59. I think I might pace here tonight. Have we got Robbo down there? Is he off out there in the crowd somewhere?
No, it's he's not down there at the moment, but Matthew Clark is really trying to set up a good pace here for these athletes, and the 3,000 metres, the meet record here, 7:45.57, set by Peter O'Donoghue back in 1993. So be interesting to see how close these guys can get to that tonight. And running very well there, Riley Cox there, the South Australian, is well positioned as he's sitting there in second place, and also Mitchell Dyer there from Victoria. So they're the ones who have made their intentions early on.
Just quickly here, Ollie Welshie from Richard Welsh timed in. First time I met Ollie Worm, he was the Easter Bunny at the store gift.
Yeah, that's fact.
Oh, fact!
That's fact, indeed. Indeed I was. So.
First time I met Ollie Worm was at the Australian National Championships last year, and I've never met a more energetic and natural sports commentator in my entire career.
Oh, there you go. It's too nice. No,
it's fact.
Always work to be done, mate. So
fact, mate.
Always work to be done.
You bring a lot to the coverage, that's for sure.
It's good to be here with you boys, and let's hope we can see the boys out here in the 3,000 metres running well tonight. No changes at the front there. The pacemaker's really setting the pace. Riley Cox well positioned in second, is about to go around him on the outside. Is Mitchell Dyer there, the Victorian. And sitting in fourth spot there, one who was spec to us early on this morning, Riley Shaw. So Riley Shaw's really one to watch here, and he might be one who's going to feature prominently in the closing stages of this race.
And of course, don't forget to stick around. We still have events left on the track. We've got the women's 3,000 metres, sponsored by the McGregor family.
Yep.
And this one, Barefoot Podiatry, men's 3,000 metres. That the race coming up promises to be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, it should be a fantastic race.
Buckman, Trengove, Wellings.
Yeah, that's going to be a real highlight for the night. And of course, they want to see their local girl, particularly Jess Trengove, now lives in Melbourne, but she's a South Australian through and through.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
They'll want to see her running well. But in this race at the moment, the pacemaker's still out there, and Mitchell Dyer has moved up into second place there, with one of the local boys, Riley Cox, sitting in third. Riley Shaw sitting in fourth spot, and right behind him is number 9, Stuart McSteen there from Victoria. So they're running very well, and the pace, they're going with the pacemaker, which is very promising to see here. And the crowd's still here, Mossy. So we've got some 200 metre results through now, actually.
So in the women's 200 metre, Monica Brennan from Victoria, she had a win with 23.91. Toya Whistle from Papua New Guinea, 24.02. So pretty close there. 24.60 for Kendra Hubbard in third. Emily first with 24.65. Larissa Chambers from Queensland, 24.94. Sam Lind with a 25 flat, and Morgan Mitchell with a 25.04. The wind, negative 0.1.
There you go. Good to see some results there. Riley Shaw there, well positioned as the pacemaker has gone now, and the boys really starting to wind up. The clock there at just over the 5-minute mark, and
just another update while we're at it. Why don't we go to the long jump? And again, the two girls going at it once again. Stratton Yench. It was first place was Brooke Stratton with a 6.73 on her third attempt. Second was Chelsea Yench. She jumped to 6.49 on a final attempt. In third place was Nay Ang from Queensland with a 6.33. So well done to those guys. You can get all your results if you go to athletics.com.au.
Still in the lead is the athlete Riley Cox there, the South Australian, looking very comfortable in the lead, and not too much has changed at the front there. So Cox looking very strong, composed, just waiting for the right time to make his move. Stuart McSween, one of the Victorians, is really starting to make his way as he pushed up into second spot there.
We might have to start a hashtag First Met Ollie. They are just streaming through. Ben Harradine's weighed in. He said apparently Ollie holds the world record for the number of 2-minute runs per day. Brian Rowe, first time I met Ollie Wern, I was conducting an in-depth interview with the winner of the Bernie gift.
Indeed.
Which may have been...
What?
You?
Yeah, it was me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We won't mention Grant Penny's...
No, we'll leave that one be. And keep those hashtag tweets coming in with a hashtag Summer of Aths.
So getting to the lead now is the athlete, Stuart McSween there, the Victorian. And in second place, just behind him, is Reece Jones, another South Australian athlete. Riley Shaw there is well positioned in third spot. And in fourth is one of the locals, Riley Cox there.
This is I first met Ollie everywhere. Out of a bone, he's weighed in. First met Ollie, he gave me the shirt off his back.
Yeah, I was 13 years old. So one lap to go in this 3,000 metres, which is sponsored by Barefoot Podiatry. And there's a pack there of 5 athletes, and Riley Shaw really looking like he's a prominent factor with 300 metres to go. It's still Stuart McSween there, the Victorian, and really starting to make his move is Bryce Coles Sinclair, the New South Welshman, but going into second place. A great, well-timed run here from Riley Shaw, formerly from the ACT. Shaw gets to the lead. Just behind him, it's Bryce Coles Sinclair. Coles Sinclair looks like the one who's going to challenge, and he goes straight past Riley Shaw. 100 metres to go now. It's Coles Sinclair. Riley Shaw trying to get with him. I don't know if anyone else can get there. Is it over? Shaw digs deep. Coles Sinclair. Shaw comes back on the outside. He's dug deep. Cole Sinclair went past him, but Riley Shaw really dug deep there, and that's a gutsy win as he clenches the fist, and what a win.
Well, that was really nice little action down there in the final straight as they went toe-to-toe, and as you see sometimes, someone gives that little turbo boost.
Yeah,
then the piano hits the back, and great stuff there, a solid win, and great work by all the boys there. It's a bit of a gruelling event, the 3,000 metres, and they've done themselves and their states and their home and their family and everything proud, as you see here on the Adidas replay.
Cole Sinclair looked like he made the move, and I thought at that stage Riley Shaw was probably gone, but Shaw really dug deep there, and a great gutsy win for Riley Shaw, who's really shown the crowd today what a gutsy win. And, of course, with 100 metres to go, you think he probably wasn't going to win that race, but... that's what we like to see, someone responding to bit of pressure and the challenge, and coming out with the win. So good to see they're coming. They're all coming. When I first met Ollie Worm on
they continue to roll in. They're all there, that's for sure. And just in a moment, we have the McGregor family women's 3,000 metres. And here is the start list. Gemma Maney from Victoria, Lisa Davis from South Australia, as is Sophie Eckel, Brooke McGregor, Charlotte Derbyshire, and Brooke Hines from South Australia. New South Wales girl Courtney Powell and Elise Bennett from South Australia. And the rest of the field, look at this, it's a treat. Amanda Pullen from Victoria, LZ Wellings, Zoe Buckman and Jess Trengove. So Buckman, 26 years of age. Her PB here is an 8:50 flat. Trengove with a 9:32.83. Not used to this distance. And LZ Wellings with a 8:42.78. We have a 3 times national champion in that 1500. That's Zoe Buckman. A Commonwealth Games bronze medalist in the marathon in Jess Trengove. And a 3 times Commonwealth Games legend of the sport, 32 years of age. She is a mother of one, Eloise Wellings. I tell you what, Dave Robbo, wherever he is, he will have saliva dripping down to his shoes.
Yeah, great field here, and it looks like Abby Delamotte is going to take the pace here. So we saw her in great form. She was in great form over 400 and 800 and ran a great leg tonight for Victoria in the 4x400. It was great to see some of the state versus state relays. And Graham Penny just wants to get a mention, I think, on social media. Summer of Ass, hey, come on, boys. I first met Ollie Worm at the store gift, where he's popular with the ladies. Well, thank you, Graham Penny. I don't recall these scenarios, but if you say so.
And he's been calling the Oceania Triathlon champs in Devonport today.
There you go.
Been led to believe as well.
Grant Penny, one of the top blokes in athletics, a great caller. So
he's up there. He'd be in the top 3. That's for sure.
He's definitely up there, one of the great men and a top bloke. So the 3 on, sponsored by the McGregor family, and Abby Delamotte will be looking to get to the lead early on. Eloise Wellings, she really sets the pace early on and gets up there. So Delamotte just trying to find her spot. Zoe Buckman settles just behind her, and Trengove is sitting in 4th. Amanda Paulin sitting around the 4th and 5th spot, and Sophie Eckel sits nicely positioned there. So Delamotte gets the lead, and she's going to really push these girls through and lead them, and ideally set them up for a quick run tonight. And the Australian record for this, 8:38.06 by Bonita Willis. So that's impressive running. And, you know, if I get anything close to that tonight, they'd be very happy.
She holds everything, Bonita.
She's a legend of the sport.
5-year record she doesn't hold.
100-metre sprint.
She does. She holds that at an athletics club.
Yeah, a little athletics. She holds 100-metre.
She does hold it.
There you go. It's but Delamotte looking good out in front. She relocated to Victoria from Tasmania. The few Tasmanians tweeting tonight: Brian Rowe, Richard Welsh, Grant Penny. So the people from the Apple Isle getting behind the live stream, whether they're listening to it with the mute on or not, as Brian Rowe talking down there. But a great performance here tonight. We'd love to see a great performance cap things off, and the Adelaide Track Classic tonight has really been a great event, and we've seen good crowds, nice weather, and it's really cooled down, and the girls will hopefully thrive on this, Mossy.
Absolutely. Look at those Larry pants there by Eloise Wellings.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, that's it. I like some cool stuff.
Yeah, and we're just getting another tweet. Grant Penny, a real love running and long distance running, predicting sub-9. So if we could see a sub-9, that would be fantastic.
I'm predicting another 25 tweets from Grant Penny by the end of this race. He is loving it out there.
He loves it.
Absolutely.
So Delamotte's going to lead them, and just behind her, Eloise Wellings, who's been in great form, competing all over Australia and Asia, and it's good to see her in Adelaide tonight. Just behind her, Zoe Buckman, I mentioned her earlier, in good form. Speaking to her housemate during the week, Hayley Tomlinson there, and said she's coming to Adelaide hopefully to have a good run. and they've just started to run away from a Trengove. So she's sitting in 4th spot now as Delamont strides down the back straight. Of course, she's not going to complete the full 3,000 metres tonight. But you can see Eloise Wellings just getting her positioning as she sits in 2nd. Zoe Buckman just waiting for the right timing to pounce. And Eloise Wellings takes the lead as the pacemaker has done her job and steps off the track. So Wellings and Buckman are in front, and they'll be really looking to go, as Grant Penny said, sub 9 minutes here tonight. And it's great to have some of the middle distance and long distance experts contributing here on social media. Of course, they know a lot more than myself about the long distance running, and if we can see some sub 9 minute run tonight, that will be fantastic. So Eloise Wellings in some great form tonight, and her and Zoe Buckman have really stamped their authority here and run away from this, as we saw Melissa Duncan do earlier tonight. Could be a decisive move as long as they've got enough left in the tank, as Trengove is sitting there in 3rd position.
Yeah, well, the girls are going well here. The sub 9, both of them are sub 9. Girls, 8:58 for Buckman, and Elsie with an 8:42. She set back in 2006. Now, I just want to give you an update to the finish in the women's javelin. Well, blow me down with a feather. She did it. The Chinese girl, Ling Li Wei, she came first with the 63.19 in her final chuck. Catherine Mitchell, good on you, Kath. She came second with a 59.72. Kelsey Lee Roberts with a 59.41. So once again, only, 31 centimetres. It was pretty much the same over at Canberra Track Classic between those guys. So that's our 3. In 4th was Victoria Peters from New Zealand with a 50.78. She threw out first. Karen Clark in 5th, and Madeline Hogan in 6th position in your women's jav for tonight. As you see there, Elsie Wellings looking strong. Zoe Buckman just in behind her, tucked in. So these girls are out alone.
Mossy and Wormy, I've had a few moments in the wilderness, but I'm back.
You're back, baby.
I'm back.
Where have you been, buddy?
Look, I've been celebrating over there with the winner of the women's long jump, Brooke Stratton. Huge result there. And we'll hopefully have a chat with her. But I'm loving the way that this women's 3,000 metres race holding.
And we've got another update. Sorry to butt in there. Kim Mulhall took the women's shot put with a throw of 14.64. So good win there for Kimmy Mulhall. And Robbo, what do you take of this 3,000 metres at this stage?
Well, we're coming up to the business end of the race here. By my predictions, we're looking at a sub 9 in the pace that they're currently going, 8:53. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Elsie and Zoe.
Yeah, these two girls really starting to stride away from the rest. Trengove running a good race. We know her pet distance, you saw the Commonwealth Games there, much prefers over the longer distances up to the marathon. So this is probably a touch sharp for her as stepping down to the 3,000 metres tonight, but no doubt enjoying running in front of her family and friends, getting back to Adelaide, the city of churches, and it's been a great weekend here in Adelaide, sorry. But Wellings looking good, Zoe Buckman looking very relaxed, and she's just biding her time, waiting for the right timing to pounce. And in the background here, we're actually presenting some of the medals for the Australian Championship for the relays. So the Victorians
you couldn't help yourself.
Walking out to receive their gold medals in the 404, 310, I think they posted.
So we had a tweet come in from the great Sonia O'Sullivan, silver medalist in the Sydney Olympics. She said, great to see the clock on the screen, like running without a watch before that, which is a fair call. And we just want to make mention it's not the official clock, but it's as close as we possibly can. So as we see there, the girls going now, it's 7:05 as they enter the second curve.
All right, I can tell you the lap splits, we're getting 73, 74. I'm sure there's coaches watching at home with their stopwatch in hand. But we're looking, hopefully, to crack the sub 9 tonight, Eloise and Zoe.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. And they're looking pretty comfortable here. And the two of them are going head-to-head and really in a league of their own, as we see Buckman make a little move here, which could be decisive and be a real game changer as she comes through.
And here they go. They're about to get the bell. So Buckman takes the lead, and that is building. And I think Elsie, well, she's a determined fighter when it comes to this part of the race. But look at Buckman coming off a great win in China in the Chiba cross-country race only a couple of weeks ago. And look at her streaking away here. That's 40 metres.
And she's just put that on her in the last 30 seconds. Unbelievable stuff here. We're looking for that sub-9 if we can. She does have a personal best of 8:58, which she set in Melbourne in 2013.
Oh, that'd be nice. A sub-9 and a PB. Let's go, Zoe.
So Zoe Buckman here, 150 to go. She's really made that move at around the 450 metres to go, and Buckman into the home straight. Let's get her under the 9-minute barrier. I think we will, which is going to be a fantastic run here from Zoe Buckman. Clock's just ticking over around the 8:50. A great run
She's
there
going to do
from
it.
Zoe Buckman, and we'll
work.
report official placing shortly, but no doubt about our winner, Zoe Buckman, boys.
So congratulations, Zoe. There's Elsie coming through, 9:02, 9:03 for second place. But Zoe Buckman's wrapped it up tonight here in the women's 3,000 metres, and we're thinking that's a new PB. Well, a PB. You take them any way you can, new or old. And that's a great display of middle distance running. Jess Trengove comes across there for third place. The hometown hero. She lives in Melbourne these days. And she's taken third place tonight.
And that is our final event. We'll have a little bit of a wrap in a couple of minutes. Very much thanks to the McGregor family, as we see here on the Adidas replay. Well, she made her move with a lap to go, and she just put 40 metres, 50 metres on Eloise Wellings, and we saw there Zoe Buckman. Well, she's in fine form at the moment. And, look, she looks like she'll be in good form to go to yet another major meet in the 1,500 metres. That's her pet event. She's a 3-time national champion, but she has been to the Olympics, Worlds, Commonwealth Games, and World Juniors as well. So great to see Zoe Buckman out there getting the W. And we'll be with you in just a moment.
Well, there you go. I'm just getting the unofficial times there from our timekeeper, and we'll have official times coming through very shortly. But an 8:55.96 for the winning time there, Zoe Buckman. Second place, 9:03.94, Elsie Wellings. And a 9:22.21 for Jess Trengove, the South Australian. So we'll wait for the official results there, but there you go, sub-9. And I've got Ollie Worm joining me down here. How was it up there in the commentary box tonight, mate?
Yeah, it's been a great night, some good performances. Great way to cap things off with those 3,000 metre performances. But onwards and upwards, off to Brisbane next, aren't we?
And I'll tell you what, mate, I've had a quick cast my eye over Twitter tonight. Ollie Worm must be just about trending. You're on fire.
It's just about
so much love.
How they met me. So a few ones on there that are good, but a few that should be mentioned again on social media. So, yeah.
Oh, look. And here's a ring in the women's 3,000. Oh, no. I think it's Mossy. Here he is. That's a clicker. You're dressed up for the occasion, Mossy.
Absolutely, yes. As you can see there.
Grab a mic.
Give the jump. Perfect.
All right, here we go. So it was good. Apologies, I was a bit out of action tonight.
That's all right,
there, boys, but I was busy trying to get some results so we could share with the world some of the great field action that was happening. And so thanks for bearing with us. There we go. How did you meet Ollie Worm?
There's nothing like a bum slap from a national champion. And yes, Jeff Risley, a winner tonight as well.
If we're lucky, we'll see if we can get a couple of interviews. We might even be able to get Jess Trengove. Everyone loves a chat with Jess, the local girl.
Lovely girl.
And the winner there, Zoe Buckman, but I want to have a quick chat with Brooke Stratton. She was very, very excited. She's done the photo with the sign, new PB,
perfect.
673.
Exactly.
Got the World Champs qualifier. Pushed all the way by Jench, and I think that battle is bringing out the best in both of them.
Absolutely, and look, if you do get the exclusive interview that it is, mates, and 3 words, you know what they are. Princess of the Pit, that's right. It was a massive effort from her tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see much of it on the stream, but we give you as much as we possibly can. That was a great battle, and well done once again to Brooke Stratton.
Good news is we had a camera over there, not in the live stream, so there'll be some stuff up on the Athletics Australia website. Maybe even tonight we might see that PB jump. Quick bit of love for the sponsors, boys. Some of our race sponsors tonight. Barefoot Podiatry.
And of course, the McGregor family. The whole McGregor family would... massive shout out to you guys and all. Be active.
Government of South Australia. I'll have a crack. Mossy, you give your eyes a rest. Government of South Australia. Be active, and we've been active tonight.
Been active.
Fantastic.
It's a
Crown
massive
Plaza
campaign. Be active. They have over here in South Australia. Been going for a while. It's fantastic.
Villies have very good pies.
There you go. Villies pies. Don't give Ollie too many of them. Sunday Mail, the City to Bay. Great event. Make sure you do that, and make sure you stay at the Crown Plaza when you're next in Adelaide. And tell you what, I'll be pretty keen to come back here. This is a buzzing city.
Yes, love it.
And I know it's near and dear to your heart, Ollie.
Yeah, it's been a great night. And how about the men's 800 metres? That showdown, we saw Jeff Risley, Alex Rowe. It was a different run race, tactics-wise, and Risley just ran away and got around it. Look at me. Love to see that, don't we?
Look, bit of a highlight for me. It's something we may not have talked about at the start, but the men's 100 metres, that one come down to a blanket over the whole boys there, which we saw in the field. There's only 0.2 across the field as far as their personal best. But, it was Alex Hartman. He took out the 200 metres as well, got the equal in the 100 with Tommy Gamble. So, Tommy, great start to the season so far for him, and fantastic stuff for the sprinters.
And if you hang around, you can get Jeff Risley with his shirt off. I'm sure the viewers have just gone up there. I'll tell you what I like tonight. Danny Samuels, mentioned it at the top of the show. It's our first look on the tour of Danny, and we all know how great she is, but she is just a class above. World, we say it a bit, world class. Sorry,
so we say it a bit, but we mix it up every now and then.
World class. She is genuinely world class. Ranked in the top 3 overall last year, winning, podiuming in Diamond League. And here she is tonight, 5 out of 6 World Champs qualified. So that was great to see her. Zoe Buckman's another one. We haven't seen her on the tour this year. She's been doing some other races overseas. Comes out to Adelaide and carves it up.
Sorry, I know we want to get Ollie's word here, but 1,500 metres. In my memory, I haven't seen a race like that in quite some time. If you haven't seen it, if you just joined, there she is, Lissy Duncan. Get her over here.
Get her in.
Let's find out what was going on during that race there. She's about to sign an autograph. Sign the autograph. That's okay. Oh, right. Ladies, come on in.
Oh, hi.
There we are.
How's it going?
Lissy Duncan.
About me.
No, we would never forget about you. You're the Athlete's Got Talent on Run Jump Chuck.
Oh.
Absolutely. Now tell us what happened today. You just thought, well, straight out there.
I just thought, yeah. Ooh.
Have an ice cream.
You
hold that.
Great. Oh, okay. No, it's good. I just, I don't know. I just got a bit of confidence from Canberra, and I didn't expect to be able to, do well in Canberra, so I just got a bit of confidence, and I was like, oh, why not? No regrets. So, yeah.
So was it a plan at the start, or was it just you halfway through the race you went, that's it, I'm going for it, you catch me if you can?
Well, no, I just planned to go with the pacemaker and just try and, go as hard as I can, basically.
It was interesting for the girls, wasn't it? That you went with the pace, but they were like a championship race.
Yeah.
Back there.
Well, it was pretty fast. I heard someone call out 2:10 through the 800, so that's it's pretty solid. And but I just felt good, to be honest. It's just, I think I'm training harder than I ever have, and it's all going well. So, yeah.
Good. How much faster are we going to see you going this season?
Well, let's
put a number on it.
Let's hope another 4 seconds faster and get the World Champ qualifier. So that'd be great.
We'll take that.
Yeah, definitely.
Very good.
So,
anyone you want to send a special shout out to? Friend that you haven't seen for a while?
Nah, no one at all. No one at all. Hey, Britt. Where's the camera? Other half of Brunken.
Oh, wow. Yes. And for those who don't know, Brunken, Team Brunken, Brittany McGowan, Lissy Duncan, national champions, just love it.
Yeah, it's going really well. It's
the relationship.
The relationship. You're starting rumours.
No. Well, I mean, like friends. Come on.
Yeah, no, it's pretty great. She's very inspiring. inspiring to have at training.
Yep.
So I think that's probably pushing me to do, like, run faster in training.
Now, you're still warming down.
Yeah.
Can I get you to do one thing? Can you run over and get Jess Trengove? Tell her she's got to come over here because we need to interview her.
All right, thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lissy Duncan, the winner tonight of the women's 1,500 metres, and that was a treat.
It was, and remember down at Briggs, you guys saw Lissy down there, and she, you know, fair to say, not one of her better runs, but it just built and built, and as some of the coaches I've been speaking to have said, she just gets better.
So just looking at the upcoming events there, Brisbane in a couple of weeks, then the Juniors, Sydney, the Melbourne, and finally after that will be the Australian Championships, and of course the live stream will be in action throughout the rest of the series, so make sure you stick around for that. And I'll tell you what, we've got a bit more than a treat here. Jess Trengove.
No. Jess Trengove, you've just knocked out a 3,000 metres for a marathoner.
Yeah.
Doesn't even bring up a sweat, does it?
I felt a burn in the legs, actually. Someone asked me yesterday if I'll get bored. I was like, yeah, no, that's the least of my worries in that race. It'll be the lactic, so...
9:22-ish. Is that about what you expected to do tonight?
To be honest, I really wanted to run 9:15, so I didn't quite hit my goal, but I did get a PB. So thinking, you know, big picture, I still want to bring that time down further, but, you know, a PB's a PB, so...
And Jess, you had a few family and friends come out and watch you tonight, no doubt?
Yeah, I did actually. I had my mum and dad, my grandparents, and yeah, a few friends. So that was really nice of them. It's going to be a late night for them, so appreciate it.
Good to be back in Adelaide. How often are you coming back here at the moment?
Well, I moved to Melbourne on Australia Day, so I've lived away for 3.5 weeks. But no, my visits won't be that frequent. Probably once every couple of months.
That's the way.
And tell us here, you've grown up in South Australia. Here's your chance, down the barrel. What's the best thing about being brought up in South Australia?
Oh, Kirby Bowlight Football and Netball Club. Back to where I was born in Naracoorte. Yeah, that footy and netball, it was just everything, hanging out for the footy and netball on the weekend. So.
Legendary.
All right, what's next for Jess Trengove? I guess you're not probably going to do many shorter races like this, starting to build it up. What's next race coming up for you?
Mid-March, the National 5K, so that was a really good hit out in preparation for that. And then Giang in China for the World Cross Country Championship. So, yeah.
We saw the photo the other day of the team. There's some old faces there.
Yeah,
Craig Mottram.
A little Mottram and a little Benny Saint. And
if you haven't seen it, jump on Jess Trengove's Twitter, Instagram, and a great photo of the whole team. 2011 World Cross Country. Fantastic. All right, well, thanks very much for having us in your state.
Oh, well, sorry we couldn't make it a little cooler, but it's quite nice now.
Superb now.
Balmy.
It's perfect now. Yeah, it's good in the commentary boxes. I don't see what the problem was.
All right. Well, we've got this perfectly good couch here, so we might have a cold water and rehydrate.
Yeah, the Roo's ready to party.
Yeah. We're going to wrap it up now. We're going to see you. Where are we next, Mossy? Just quickly again.
We're going to have a break next weekend, and then we might go to Stop 6 on the national tour, which will be in Brisbane. And look, guys, can't wait to see you there. Look, continue the hashtag Summer of Us, and when I first met Ollie Worm as well. It's been sensational to have you with us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time on another live stream. Catch it on athletics.com.au.
Signing off from Adelaide, Run Jump Chuck.